2-minute drill, highlight reel. Let's review. What's the deal? Okay, watching footage going out of control. Buckle up, we got an hour to go, so let's go. That's straight heat. Ain't no chillin' around here. Back to back, Nat chins. How we feelin' around here? Got my whole squad in the building around here. If my name ain't on it, then I really don't care. Come on. 3-point stance, we advance. Ball in my hands, I don't take no chance. Touchdown dance, that's my jam. No hot takes, this is nothing but rants. Nothing but rants. Nothing but rants. Nothing but rants. The beat on the beat, hey. Yeah.
Welcome in, ladies and gentlemen, to MBR, or as we like to call it around here, Nothing But Rants, the show where I find topics that I'm oddly passionate about and I pontificate upon them. These are not hot takes, but rather takes that I'm hot about. What's up? You really like that?
Let's shut up and grind some tape.
What is up, ladies and gentlemen? Welcome in to the Film Guy Network on a fabulous Thursday evening here inside the studio. We got an absolutely loaded show for you guys, as we usually do. You know what time it is this time around, Thursday evenings. We always like to start it off by saying last show, best show. You boys had a good week so far.
It's been a quick week.
Yeah?
It just felt like it's gone by really fast.
It felt like it zipped by for you, huh?
Mm-hmm.
How about you, Kerb?
Hasn't been too bad. Pollen's kind of kicking my ass, but
Boy, is it.
yeah.
My man sneezing like crazy. We went out and had a catch yesterday before the show. Came back in, about 9 sneezes.
I hate it, dude.
9 sneezes.
It's
They're whipping your butt, huh?
It's the worst time of year.
Why is that? Why do you think some people struggle with pollen worse than others?
Well, like, I know that some people, like, there's certain, like, plants and stuff that you have an allergic reaction to. Like,
I got to
ragweed.
basically, like, take a bath in it to it make me freak out.
Yeah.
Like, the first year I ever owned a house, I made the mistake of not wearing facial protection when I scout my yard in the spring. Whoo, buddy. I woke up the next morning with a face full of concrete. But
Yeah.
you seem to be rocking. Like, it was instant for you yesterday. That was
blooms,
nuts.
man. This time of year is the worst. I hate it.
A little Zyrtec up for my homies.
Yeah, as long as
huh?
I take my allergy pill, I'm good.
Oh, I'm doubling up on that. Still not helping me. It's tough.
Well, you know what? Hopefully we'll have a good time tonight. Make it take your mind off your allergies. We got a great show.
Guys.
Last show, best show for you guys. John Mateer watches the show, by the way. Don't know if y'all know this.
You think that's what led him to this conclusion?
No, but I like to, think of myself. I mean, you know me. I love me.
Still don't have.
I
kids.
know,
Still can't
right?
see
Dang. Oh, wait. You know me. I love me.
Oh, there you go.
there
You know what I mean? New Cam Newton comparison just dropped. Did y'all know that? There's a new comp out there for Cam Newton.
It's not DJ Lagway.
No, it's fresh off the streets, DJ Lagway. But DJ Lagway did make the show notes. So how about that? Clemson apparently soft launched a quarterback. I don't know if y'all saw this. Did
It sounded
you see
that
this?
way, yeah.
Yeah, it's like, hey, let's just slip it into a question by the offensive coordinator. We're going to run with it, not only on today's show, but on Film Breakdowns moving forward. I see some hearts flying in the chat. I like that. Y'all like the stream while we're, taking a little elongated intro here on a Thursday evening. Biggest leaps. I'm excited for this. There's a lot of different ways we can take this segment.
Yeah.
As usual on a Thursday. I had no idea how you implied it. Who wrote it in the notes?
I did.
He did.
There you go. I had no idea how you implied it in the notes, but I'm excited for that segment. I feel like oftentimes that brings us some of our best content. And we have wide receiver takes on the show tonight from yours truly. I've watched the top 3. I feel like there's a consensus 3 at the top of this wide receiver class in 2026's draft class. I'm going to give you my opinions on the 3 of those guys tonight. That being Jordan Tyson, Carnell Tate, and Mekhi Lemon. I don't know how you guys feel those should be ranked, but maybe fire off in the chat. Give me your opinions. I know there is a college basketball game or two going on right now, but it's Thursday at 8 o'clock, so we're going to work.
Absolutely.
And,
Always.
I mean, to be honest with you, we have several hundred people that watch us during the offseason in the live chat. We appreciate those guys. I mean, the people watching right now are true lovers of this network, but we work for those who watch us on demand. And we work with high-quality reps for those folks as well. Nonetheless, if you're watching us live currently, or if you're watching us on rewatch, you got to do a couple things for me. Like, subscribe, tell a friend, right? If you haven't liked already, go ahead and do it. If you haven't subscribed already, go ahead and do it. If you haven't told a friend about this place, what are you doing? Go ahead and do it. Let's start with the news. Jonathan you have the options, okay? I'm going to give you options. John Mateer, DJ Lagway, the new Cam Newton comp just dropped, or Clemson quarterback.
Well, since you believe John Mateer watches the show, I think we should start there. Go ahead and flex our own network a little bit.
I think you're wrong.
Oh.
I think we should start with the fact that there was a quarterback named at a Power 4 school that a lot of people, root for in this big-time football program. I think that kind of takes precedence in the news other than, loving on ourselves a little bit with John Mateer. What say you?
Yeah, I would say so.
Okay, let's start there. Do you know who Christopher Vizina is?
I do know who that is.
He's a starting quarterback for the Clemson Tigers. This comes from Chad Morris, their offensive coordinator. He was at his media availability, and I don't know exactly the question. I can paraphrase the answer. It was essentially, hey, have y'all named a starter? And he said, no, we haven't, but CV's our guy leaving the spring.
Yeah.
And normally if you're the guy leaving the spring, you're going to be named the guy come August.
Yeah, you got to do something horribly wrong to lose the
Yeah,
job.
and from what it also sounds like to me is that if there is anybody pushing CV, Christopher Vizina, it would be Tate Reynolds, the true freshman. There's a left-hander, number 15. Will you give me his name so I'm not just calling him the left-hander, number 15. He was the 3 last year. Sounds like he might have been leaped by Tate Reynolds during this spring practice evaluation period. Chris Denson. So, yeah, there's that. Now, I have notes on Christopher Vizina.
Ooh.
And tomorrow, I will have a film breakdown on Christopher Vizina. Do you want that right now? You have that roster pulled up, right?
I just did.
Okay, pull it back up and give me – don't tell me, but give me the roster weights because eyeball weights on tape say 6'4", 225 on Vizina.
Okay.
So let me know what they say he is. I think he's that big. Here's what I got on the notes.
6'4", 210.
So I'm 15 pounds heavy on him. Huh. Carries it well. Carries it thick at 215. All right, here we go. Big tree. Big tree. Big tree stand tall. Big tree stand firm. All right, it's important at Clemson. We're going to talk about that. Athletic enough, though, this tree. He's athletic enough. He can move around. And that's really important at Clemson to be a, quote, good enough mover. Because I don't know about you guys, but I don't associate offensive football more. I don't associate school, rather, more with the idiom of, man, they sure do like to run that quarterback who's really not that good at running.
Yeah.
I mean, they asked Cade Klubnik to run like he was Lamar Jackson at times.
Well,
I find that – and I'm not talking about scrambling. Quarterbacks do that to themselves. No. Pockets do that to themselves. I'm talking about design quarterback runs for guys who are not really good runners.
I mean, they did it with Trevor Lawrence too.
See what I mean?
But for Cade, I think that more had to do with the fact that they didn't have a run game. He was the best option at times.
and the guy who was not really good at running back for them is about to be like a third-round draft pick in Adam Randall. So
yeah.
I don't know if it's like going to magically get better. That's why I'm saying it's really important that Big Tree be athletic enough. And he is, because they are going to have to make him a willing runner. They always do. They always will. Not only that, we're going to talk about their offensive line play here in just a second. Let's talk about him as a thrower, though. Big, physical, has enough horsepower, and he needs to because he loses the nose often, down. Loses the nose down, which is okay 15 and in. When we're throwing like inward breaking routes, you'll see a lot of wide receivers like falling and diving for balls, but that's okay. At least it doesn't sail over the middle of the field. I would rather you actually be like a nose loser down than up over the middle of the field. But it really, really hurts us outside the numbers. Balls starting to die on us quite a bit. But like I said, when his feet are in the ground, he's big enough, physical enough to get the ball driven through that bad ball flight. I mean, it's not a tight spin. You'll see this tomorrow, Jonathan. Sorry, you got to work on a Friday morning. You'll see this tomorrow on the film. But here's what I want to talk about. I didn't feel like he missed a read or made a terrible bad decision. He has a start against SMU, by the way. That's what we're going to watch tomorrow. But here's what I want to talk about. Plays 26, 27, 28, and 29 that we're going to watch tomorrow. Let me read you the notes. Clemson quarterback dilemma. Tackles versus twitch. The left tackle get beat like a drum. And when Clemson offensive linemen get beat, you've seen this over the years on film studies here. When Clemson offensive linemen get beat, they get beat now. There's no like, oh my God, he lost slow to a bull rush, or at least he made him run the hoop. Nope, they get like double moved, almost like a, what do you call it when you,
Like a Euro step?
Yeah, almost like when they get Euro step, they get turned sideways and ran flat by. And when you do that as offensive lineman, when you have bad lateral mobility, is what we see all the time, they get beat quickly, and no quarterback can really survive in those situations. So that's play number 26. Left tackle gets beat like a drum. Play number 27, left guard gets slapped, beat like a drum, gets turned sideways. They're home within 2 seconds. Play 28, my notes just say best get alert. Like best have some alertness about yourself at the quarterback position when you play here. And that's the right tackle, the Blake Miller kid, who's supposed to be like, I guess some people got him rated higher than Monroe Freely. They're on some stuff. And then play 29, I think at this point we found a real dilemma. And that being we have left tackle beat one play, left guard beat one play, right tackle beat the next play, center beat the next play. And I'm not talking about like straining and losing late. I'm talking about getting beat now. And every time we watch them against premier defenses, that's what happens to them. So they're going to have to figure that out more so than even the quarterback play.
Do you think that, like, just based off of the information that you just relayed there and what we know about Clemson over the past few years and how we feel like the roster, while it's very talented in the NFL's eyes, has deteriorated over the years and has gotten worse a little bit, do you think that could result in Cade Klubnik becoming like one of these guys like later on down the road in the NFL?
My questions about Cade are, do you have enough horsepower to do all this stuff? You know? Like, and the offense, man, was a whole nother question.
For sure.
Like, for example, the very first play that I open up and study of that Clemson tape, we're running a fake screen. Normally, you got to kind of run the screen before you throw the fake screen, first and foremost. The other thing, we're running it into cover 2. The quarterback's expecting a hole shot. Wesco just runs down the field and doesn't look once. We take a sack. Like that was 2025 Clemson football. I have that note as well. You're going to see a lot of that tomorrow, Jonathan, where I think of 5 or 6 times, literally my notes say 2025 Clemson football, where either me and the wide receiver aren't on the same page. Or remember defensively watching them study for the Khalil Barnes tape, we're just busting coverages because we can't get lined up correctly. Same thing offensively. We take dumb pre-snap penalties. We got, hey, it's man coverage. You need to keep running. For some reason, you're gearing down. Like, just stupid stuff left and right. Chad Morris blamed it on entitlement, even though he wasn't there. Yeah. I had a bunch of entitlement on the roster.
Okay.
Even though nobody on the roster had won a national title.
Yeah, what are they entitled to?
This was what Clemson fans asked. As a matter of fact, thank you for bringing it up. It's the first thing they said was like, why are y'all battling entitlement? Ain't nobody in the building won nothing. What's going on? So, yeah, I think the offensive line thing to me has been a consistent problem.
Oh, it's been so bad.
For a long, long time there. So
them and South Carolina have both had issues.
South Carolina's worse because they couldn't even get their eyes in the right spot. Clemson, at least, when I watch them, they look like they know what they're doing. They're not physically good enough to do it. That's the problem I watch. Like Braden Jacobs, the first blue chipper they've signed on the offensive line in a long time. And he's going to be good. The sophomore from Milton, he's going to be really, really good up there. But that's the highest rated offensive lineman they've signed in God knows how long.
Yeah.
Blake Miller. Blake Miller. So, in my opinion. So, there we go. I'm probably missing somebody that didn't pan out, but I highly doubt Clemson fans throw them at me. We missed some stuff on that Texas depth chart we got to go clean up. So, I've been getting shouted at. I'm an idiot.
It's okay.
My bad, Texas fans. We tried.
Yeah.
I felt like we were cooking there for a minute, but you missed one thing, and then it's honed in on there like a big magnifying glass. So there's that. What's our next news item? What you want next?
Now talk Mateer?
You want your options?
Oh, yeah, give me my options.
You got John Mateer watches the show. DJ Lagway found the new meta. Just kidding. DJ Lagway. And then the new Cam Newton comp just dropped.
You know what? I want to hear this Cam Newton comp.
Yeah, I want to hear this too.
I'm really intrigued by this.
Y'all didn't hear about this?
Is this the most overused comparison for any big quarterback?
Yes.
Huh.
Or Josh Allen. Josh Allen's the new two big.
You know what's happening there, right?
Yeah.
No, I get it.
Honestly, Vizina was wearing 17, and I was like, well, man.
Yeah, but I mean, if you're a quarterback,
What's going on there?
If nowadays you're a quarterback that's over 6'5" and you kind of are mobile, people are like, dude, this is Josh Allen. This is Josh Allen reincarnated. So,
Or Cam Newton.
yeah, one of the two.
One or the two. or Marcus Mariota.
Yeah.
Mariota had like speed though.
Maybe Sagapatule kind of reshapes all of that. Maybe the new.
Maybe.
This is Sag.
Maybe.
He's Sag.
I got it for you. The new Cam Newton comp. You ready?
Yeah.
Kyle Whittingham says
Oh, here we go.
Bryce Underwood
right.
reminds him a lot of Cam Newton.
See, and again, like.
And then, by the way, it's by way of in an interview with JD Piquel on 3 Sports. Shout out to the homie Piquel.
Shout out JD.
If you're watching right now, shoot me a text, JD. What's up, babe?
And see, like, again, but this is what I mean by overused comp of we have a big quarterback who is athletic, who can do a little bit of everything. But even though Bryce Underwood is one of these bigger quarterbacks and is athletic, he's not Cam Newton.
No.
You want the full quote?
Yes.
Reminds me of Cam. Went on to say I didn't coach Cam, wasn't around Cam, but charisma, stature, big dude, live arm, great athlete, flashes that smile a lot like Cam.
Okay. So, all right.
He didn't say he is, just more of like
Okay.
the aura. He got Cam Newton aura is what he's trying
Okay.
to say. He's just 63, so he didn't know how to say aura.
We didn't have John
think
Summerall
he's
with
63.
Urban Meyer instance where it was.
No.
I'm watching Bryce
No,
Underwood.
no,
I'm
no,
like,
no.
this is Cam Newton.
No.
I see it.
No. Watching Michigan, Oklahoma, being like, you know what? This is Cam Newton. I'm watching Cam Newton right now.
Yeah.
No. It wasn't a John Summerall.
I'll give him some grace here because he didn't go full-fledged Cam Newton comparison like football player.
Just dipped his toe in it.
Yeah, it was
Yeah.
like there's some traits here that I could see are very resemblant of Cam.
I mean, it's such an overplayed topic at this point that it feels like a joke anytime someone does it. But
Hey, speaking of an overplayed topic, remember how many times we got told that like Carson Beck hated his life when he was a Georgia quarterback?
yeah, that was kind of the media
Yeah.
spin.
So I think there was some reality there, by the way, and we're going to talk about some reality here with DJ Lagway and some serious topics, which are mental health. So we do not want to get out in front of this with the jokes, all right, or any type of misalignment with this, because I think there was some reality to the Carson Beck story.
Sure.
I think there was a time period when he gets down to Miami and his arm's in a damn sling. And his football life's not going so well. He just had the worst season of his very limited starting career, by the way. We went from 14 starts, you're a first-round draft pick, to played like crap. Now you got to go rebuild your whole image at a new team with no elbow ligament. All right, so there was some mental things there. I even had some people in Miami tell me there was a time period there during the summer where they couldn't find Carson. Where's Carson? You know what I mean? Carson had to like disappear for 3 or 4 days to lock himself back in on what was going on in life and football and fall back in love with football. But that narrative got like way drawn out into, damn, it sure was a tough life being a Georgia quarterback.
Right.
DJ Lagway had some quotes that were very interesting today as well. Will you read these? Who had these today?
Christian
I got
has
him.
First of all, who had these today? This is DJ Lagway at a Baylor availability?
Yeah, I would assume
Okay.
this is a Baylor
All right.
availability.
But these are his words?
Yes, these
All
are
right.
his words. He said, quote, "I was in a bubble down there. I didn't feel like a normal person. I didn't even know what campus looked like. I was really closed off. I didn't really hang out with my teammates. Yeah, I was depressed. I just stayed in my own lane, stayed out of the way."
So it's not as bad. That sounds like that was more of a him thing than like Florida made me do this.
Right.
Like
Yeah.
being Florida's quarterback made me feel this way.
Correct.
I felt like the spin towards the Beck thing got that bad. I felt like the TV and the visual or the narrative ran with,
Again.
this is being Georgia's quarterback made you feel this way.
This
Yeah,
was Kirby Smart and his coaching staff's fault.
And it is worth noting that Carson Beck never really came in front of a mic and was
No.
like, I hated Georgia so much. Like, so these are two different things. I don't think he's really talking about how, man, Florida made playing football not fun for me. I think this is just a guy who wasn't in a place that was the right fit for him and was, dealing with some things mentally.
I'll say this much, like any young person, any person listening right now, the number one thing not to do is to isolate yourself in moments like this. Like when you feel like, and he probably had very similar, things in his path that Carson had from a standpoint of not really understanding failure. Like what is failure? This is new to me. I'm not as good as I should be. What is that? That's new. Also, my body isn't working right. His body didn't work right for the whole time he was down there in Florida. He was constantly hurt. And being injured as an athlete does wicked things to your brain from an emotional standpoint. I shouldn't say your brain, from thoughts and how you feel, and because much of your identity is tied to your success in football. right or wrong.
Right. And, the one comment that I would say I don't necessarily agree with, and this ties into both DJ Lagway's circumstances and also Carson's as well, is the people that want to come out here and they read these quotes. And I'm sure like it does you feel some type of way as a fan when it feels like a former player who didn't exactly live up to expectations might be speaking down a little bit in your eyes on your program. But the comments of, well, he was driving a Lambo.
Yeah.
How could life be so hard? Well, a car doesn't solve all your issues. If you're not right in the head, if you're not in the right mental space, if everything else in your life you feel like is not going the right way, just because you drive a nice car and you make all the money in the world doesn't mean that everything else is smooth sailing.
I will say this. They might have to go to class and they might not have professional rights. They might not have health benefits. They might not have a union. But that is professional sports right there.
Yeah.
The moment you start making hundreds of thousands of dollars, people do not care.
No, they don't.
If you start making millions,
Yeah.
people really don't care.
Dude,
they really do not care about how you feel.
People didn't really care before all the money. Like this is like mental health in college football and college athletics has never been anything where it's, I mean, go back 15 years, any player that loses a game or makes a mistake, they get death threats. There's things said on social media and that's before all of these guys were making exponential amounts of money. So I mean, that's not anything new.
Yeah, let's not lock ourselves in, not be out and about. We're humans. We got to interact with other people. Honest to God, not to make this about me, but it's the main reason why I brought you guys in here, to do this together. Because bro, the walking alone in anything is tough, man. Don't be doing that.
Yeah.
Reach out, talk to somebody.
Definitely be hanging with your teammates at least.
For sure.
You ain't got to have friends outside of football.
Honestly, it
necessarily,
contextualizes the Billy Napier comment.
Yeah.
Y'all remember that one? For the audience who doesn't, Billy Napier was it before the Georgia game?
Yes. It had to have been.
He was like, we think we got DJ back. We got guys. The guys took him out to dinner the other night.
Yeah.
So, bro, he must have been locked in his dorm or fancy apartment.
Yeah.
That's not a dorm.
I would imagine there's
That's not a dorm. That's not a dorm.
Yeah.
That's not a dorm. My bad.
Yeah, I'm sure maybe it sounds like there was maybe a conversation at some point with DJ and some of the coaches of like, dude, go out there. You got to hang with somebody. Don't just weather this storm by yourself.
What you want next? We gave you the Cam Newton drop. We gave you the Lagway
I didn't even
drop.
get to guess the DJ Lagway one. So.
Yeah. I guess it's just John Mateer.
John Mateer.
It's John Mateer time. All jokes aside, we talked a lot about Mateer last year mechanically, right? How he's from the ear Mateer is what we call him. Now, when you do throw from the ear, all right, when you're out here, and it's not from the ear a la Peyton Manning. This is from the ear in terms of I can draw a straight line directly out in a 90-degree. No bend in the elbow ever with this cat. Now, when you throw like that, you throw a football at all, if you get your hand up underneath it, that thing's going to flail like a duck. It's just going to go all over the place. If you don't get a stern C or an inverse C on that sucker and get on the side of the football, or as most people call it, the top of the football, get on top of the ball, you don't really have to. You just kind of got to get to the side, and as I tell people, feel it pinky to thumb. Feel it release pinky to thumb off of you. That's all you really need. But if you're out here and you're not up here, you really have to be able to grip that football. That thumb's really, really important. And Mateer's thumb was all jacked up last year. And I felt like because he's a competitor, because they were in a playoff run, and he ended up walking them to that, dragging them, I would say, at times, and that defense, he had to play. And I think he came back a little bit too early on that thumb. Mm-hmm. And, Jonathan, I tasked you today, and he talked about this. We don't have his quotes or the video. We probably should do better about doing that type of stuff for the audience. But talked about it today, how he wasn't really himself. He had to go back and grind it out mechanically and see what was wrong. Said he didn't love his arm slot last year, and he's got to get better. Mm-hmm. But how bad were the numbers pre-post thumb and post thumb injury?
I don't want to say they were drastic, but they're very telling. I would say, like, you could definitely, like, if someone were to just look at these two different sets of numbers, you could probably get to the guess of there was an injury somewhere.
Before you give them to me, I would expect a dip in overall, like, rips, number of attempts, and overall completion percentage. I would also expect a dip in his running attempts.
I don't have running attempts or passing attempts, but you're correct in the overall completion percentage. So these are the pre-thumb surgery numbers for John Mateer. This is over a 4-game stretch, by the way. He had a 67.4% completion rate, threw for 1,215 yards, 6 touchdowns, and 3 interceptions. He also added on 190 rushing yards and 5 touchdowns. Now, these are the post-thumb surgery numbers. This is over an 8-game stretch. 59.4% completion rate, 1,670 yards, 8 touchdowns to 8 interceptions, 241 rushing yards, and 3 touchdowns there.
Turned it over at a higher rate and didn't complete as many passes.
Yeah, it didn't throw for as many yards.
Didn't throw for as many yards. So I would imagine if we had the super advanced analytics, our average depth of target was directly impacted.
Yeah.
We started throwing shorter routes, stuff like that. Their offense, to me, was night and day. He felt almost superhero-like prior to the thumb injury in the sense that he has flaws. It doesn't matter. He'll find a way to win in college football. On a Saturday, like the first 6 weeks of the season also could be schedule related.
I was about to say his first 4 games are Illinois State, Michigan, which is a fine team.
The Michigan game, I felt this way. Continue.
Temple, and then Auburn.
Auburn was the same way.
Auburn was the same way. He has a throw late on an out and up in that Auburn game. It was like, holy hell.
And then he did not play in Kent State because Michael Hawkins started, and then obviously the injury after that. So, I mean, yeah, he did look like Superman, but
that Auburn defense was legit last year.
Yeah, and they held
I would have liked to see, point proven, I would like to see him full year healthy. Maybe we get it this year. Maybe he can be consistently that good because it looked like he was going to do that. Now, I will say this. He started talking about his arm slot. I'm going to be honest with you, bud. I don't care how it comes out, where it comes out with regards to you. Your lower body is awful. Your lower platform is so inconsistent. You out here jumping and spinning like a corkscrew. It's like watching a spring try to throw a football. Get your lower body disciplined and consistent. I watch you spin the pill and spring ball, and your feet are nice and consistent, and your feet is nice and calm and in the ground. All like 8 screws in the ground, spinning off of it and keeping them in the ground. And then I watch you play football, and you out here doing all kinds of who know whats. So let's stop that. The arm slot's the arm slot. I understand the thumb was all messed up, but I think we could have made okay adjustments if our lower body would have been a little bit more disciplined. That Alabama tape, is ugh.
Yeah, and I think that's
from a jumpy standpoint.
That's kind of where my hang up on it is like it's not just the thumb injury that we can point to. There's mechanical issues, lower body that has nothing to do with the thumb, and also your thumb injury has nothing to do with decision making. Yeah,
or just blatant misreads.
Correct.
There's a lot of yards left on tape in year 3 in that system going into year 4.
Correct. And I think that's where I'm kind of like, I'm worried about John Mateer. But the talent's there. And absolutely, if you can fix, some upper mechanical issues, he'll probably be a more efficient passer, which is scary for defenses.
They're going to be able to run the ball this year?
I was going to say that's a big question for them. Overall offensive line play, if we can't protect him, I think that these issues are only going to continue because I would imagine there's a lineage between the two where if you got a whole bunch of chaos happening in front of you and you're constantly on the run and you're all out of whack to begin with, your mechanics are probably going to be all out of whack because you're focused on getting the ball out, making sure we're staying on schedule. You're not worried about how it looks coming out.
Love that we're being critical. All right, let's make sure we're being proper in the things that we're addressing is all I would say.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Like, hey, let's be self-critical. But let's correct the right things. You know what I mean? Not that I'm his coach. Nobody called me and asked who gives a shit. You know what I mean? Mm-hmm. Speaking of who cares, you want my takes on the wide receiver class?
Let's hear your takes on the wide receiver class.
I got them for you. You want the ratings? I got grades on these guys. I think there's 3 guys at the top. And Jonathan, I want you to be a little biased and tell me who the 4th name was because I scouted him today. And I don't know if you're going to like my takes on him. Jordan Tyson, the wide receiver out of Arizona State. Carnell Tate, the wide receiver out of Ohio State. And Mekhi Lemon, I would argue, are like a 3-headed monster in their own little classification right now with regards to first-round discussions at wide receiver. Would we agree?
Yeah.
Okay. Now, prior to an injury, there probably was a 4th name that you would have mentioned in this likes.
Oh, the Bell dude from Louisville.
Chris Bell. I'm going to be honest with you, Jonathan. I didn't love it today.
Now,
I didn't love it. A little stiff.
To be fair,
pre-injury.
my infatuation with him really occurred over the 2 games that I watched of Louisville.
Oh, there's
he
a couple
balled out.
yak clips in that.
Yeah.
Where it's like, whoa,
So-
how you tackle this monster?
Despite my love for him as a player, I wouldn't say that I did an in-depth look into who he is overall as a player.
So I think he's like second round, day 2 kind of guy.
Yeah.
But that's why I cut it off on the floor.
I'd put Omar Cooper ahead of him.
Yes, 100%. I think Omar Cooper is maybe in this discussion for a more well-rounded, better slot receiver. Might take him ahead of Mekhi Lemon for me.
Yeah, sure.
All right, so here we go. Jordan Tyson, 4.63. My highest rated wide receiver. I think he's got the best tape. Now, here's the problem. Freshman year, I think it was at Colorado, we had a knee injury so bad where we tore all 3 of them. ACL, MCL, PCL. Gown. Now, sophomore year, or like second year at Arizona State, first year at Arizona State, we're balling out. Arizona State's going to a playoff game, fractured collarbone, out. This year, we get to like 7 games in, we're cooking. We're Texas Tech. We're playing Texas Tech. We're beating that ass. We're scoring. We're running it up and down the field. My hamstring on a high post. That was in like October. He didn't do nothing in the draft process. You know why? My hammy coach. We got lingering hamstring injuries. I'm not a kinesiologist. Kinesiologist? Is that the people that know the body?
Yeah.
One of them.
Yeah, one of them.
There's a lot of
I'm
people
not a
that know.
kinesiologist, but I do know that if you have a tragic knee injury, it does put a lot more strain on other muscles,
For sure.
particularly the hamstring maybe,
Could,
especially
yeah.
if we tore that. I think the PCL is the one in the back.
Yes.
Also, don't we take some hamstring stuff to fix some of that other stuff?
Depending on how bad the tear is, typically.
I told you we tore all 3 of them. So probably pretty bad.
So, yeah, I would imagine.
So then what I'm saying is he is the best wide receiver in this class, but man, does that medical – I'll put a big blue dot on the board. You see it? Man, that medical scares me. I don't know if I would. So I think I would take Carnell Tate if I needed a first-round wide receiver. Now, here's how this discussion gets real layered for me. I would if I were a GM, I would probably apply drafting best player. I definitely would, especially in the first round. Best player available at whatever position of need that I have. Now, if I went into this second day 3 type of deal, and I looked at this and I said, hey, I actually need like an X body type. Like it'd be great to have a wide receiver, but I need an X body type. I think the best overall X in this class is Jordan Tyson, but I just told you I wouldn't spend a first round grade on him. I think Carnell Tate's more of a Z body type in the NFL. So I probably look at like Chris Brazzell, round 2.
Interesting.
You know what I mean? Like day 2, maybe not even round 2, day 2. Find value there for a guy that I think can really play outside the numbers and play X on Sundays. And then if I needed a Z body type, I'd probably scout day 2 Jeremy Bernard.
Yeah.
I think Jeremy Bernard's got a T. Higgins career on his way. I like just dominating the slot, being a guy finds ways to get open. Holy hell, he had 8 for 75 today and does that like 12 out of 16 weeks. And next thing you know, he's a 1,000-yard receiver. I think that can happen for him. And then if I needed like a yak specialist, you know what I'd do. Yakariah Branch, I'd just do that.
Yeah.
Like this is going to sound crazy. I don't think the Mekhi Lemon kid is like that great after the catch. I think he's great at the point.
He is.
My God, is he great at the point. I told you that. I think he's got the best hands in the class. But, man, I don't necessarily love the overall tape there. T. Higgins, I know, is a little taller and slender than my man Bernard. But from a slot length, able to get it done, don't know if you're a Z or an X, but, man, you're a baller.
I mean, Mekhi Lemon is so good at the catch point that I had no idea he was that small.
Yeah.
I thought he was much bigger because
Yeah.
when I watched him, he felt that big over the middle of the field. Like, that dude catches everything. I think I saw a stat where he, over his entire college career, had 2 drops, I want to say.
Yeah, dude.
I mean, he's got great hands.
Great hands. There's a play where he's catching an RPO slant, and I thought it hit his chest, but he plucked and tucked it so fast that it looked like he body caught it.
Wow.
Yeah. I had to, like, slow-mo it in there on the projector to just, like, really see what was happening. But he so quick that I thought he caught it off his pads. I think it's a great linebacker class.
Okay, I was about to ask.
A really great linebacker class. I think it's really deep at defensive tackle. Though I will say this, and we got a bunch of ball knowers watching right now, so I want y'all to give me an answer here, you guys as well. Did anybody in the defensive tackle class during their entire, even I would go career, maybe even last year, just go last year, did any defensive tackle completely take over the game like Lee Hunter did
I was about to say Lee
against
Hunter.
Oregon in the playoffs? Because that kid for 2.5 quarters, it was like, what the hell are we going to do today?
Yeah.
What you're going to do is not run anywhere near him. Because I don't have an answer. I watched Peter Woods today, and Peter Woods has moments of flash, but never a moment where it's like, we can't have offense today because that dude's out there.
Mm-hmm.
And what I'm asking is, like, he's the only one in my mind that has. I need another name because, in my opinion, to be a first-round defensive tackle, you have to be able to do that in college football.
Yeah.
You have to be a guy that has completely shut it down.
They definitely don't have that from the interior. I think this was more of an edge.
I also think a guy like Caden McDonald never had the opportunity. There's too many good players on Ohio State's defense that none of these guys felt this way. Because every 5 seconds you're watching somebody new, and most of the time it's Caleb Downs.
Well, I also think that the upper ceiling of these defensive tackle prospects is not necessarily as high as in years we've seen in past.
It's a great point, which is why I think
the floor is really high.
I think it's deep.
Yeah.
I think it's deep. Listen, I think all these guys are really, really good. These are defensive tackles I feel as if I've got a scout. Peter Woods, Lee Hunter, Caden McDonald, Kristen Miller. Caleb Banks is a medical guy. That's going to scare the piss out of me. I wouldn't do it. Grayson Halton from Oklahoma. Big, thick fire hydrant, can move. Rayshon Benny from Michigan. And Big Citrus, Dominic Lawrence.
Yeah.
Big Citrus. Is anybody still 3-4 and true zero in the NFL? Anybody true odding?
I don't think so.
I don't think so. I think we're just throwing a bunch of freaks up there nowadays, aren't we?
Pretty
Aren't we
much.
rotating like 7 twitchy monsters?
Yes.
Isn't that what the Eagles do? Isn't that what Seattle does? Isn't that what kind of we're going for?
Yeah.
All
Pretty
right.
much.
All right. So yeah, we'll get more into D-tackle. I think it's really, really deep. I just don't. Apart from Lee Hunter, who again is probably gonna be a shade tech, doesn't even like project as a great pass rusher, which is more of like premier first-round draft picks at this position seek out to be. Really deep. Don't know if there's a guy that completely takes it over. Tim Keenan getting mentioned in that. Again, I feel like there were days where, man, he requires a lot of attention from a mass perspective, but never like we can't do nothing. 96 done got us locked up.
But is that something that you would expect every draft class? I feel like that's one of those things where it's like, man, that's a once every few classes prospect. Like I personally don't feel like there's been one of these since you had Jalen Carter. And that's, 3 or 4 draft classes.
And I feel like in that class, wasn't there like 3 of them? Is that the Fisk? What Braden Fisk class?
Braden Fisk was the next class.
The next class?
24.
I feel like there was a couple in that class.
Yeah, I mean, it was there for a little bit. You had a little bit of a run at defensive tackle. Like Mason Graham, when he came out, was a really strong prospect of his position.
You're right. Mason Graham is the last one for this.
Okay.
Yeah.
I think
Still, that's 3
cornerback.
years ago
I think
now.
corner's really, really deep.
Yes.
I think corner's really, really deep.
Very deep.
Like Dalen might be like a 3rd-round draft
I know. Yeah, my take's
That's
not going to pan
crazy.
out because of this.
Crazy. I mean, the Igman Nosen kid, I came in here raving about him the other day. Like, it's hard to stand down on Ohio State's defense. And I kept watching like, damn, one back in there flashing. Great football player. I think it's okay at wide receiver, running back, and tackle. I think it's just okay. The Fano thing is freaking me out, man. Freaking me out from a standpoint of, am I wrong?
Yeah.
Like I watched,
everybody else is on board.
I know I'm not. Hey, you know who's not? George Foster. Say what you want about some of his tweets, but my man knows ball.
Hell yeah.
You know what I mean? And knows that position for sure.
Oh, definitely.
I think it's bad at quarterback, tight end, and safety.
Yeah.
Yeah, there's not – I mean, it was kind of bad at tight end last year too. It was, all right, there's Tyler Warren and then who else are we going to get? This year,
The Loveland kid was good last year.
Colson was surprising last year. Like, he exceeded expectations. I don't think anyone really came into the class thinking this is a really good prospect as well. It was kind of the Tyler Warren show. But, I mean, it's as far as the sexiness of it goes, there's not a whole lot of names this year. And that might be a product of what we've talked about going back to the college football as general.
Now, here's what I will say. If you love – I'm one of those guys where – and I think this happens to everybody where you go watch somebody else. You go to watch somebody else, and then you end up just watching the other guy that's on the field doing crazy stuff. You go to watch Carnell Tate, and you can't stop watching Jeremiah Smith. You cannot. I had a bad typo in a tweet today, or else it'd still be up. But I told the boys today, we're going to have to find a new word other than generational for him because – we've beat that one into the ground, and I'm okay with that. Like I told you before the show, we beat GOAT in the ground. There's like 1,000 GOATs. Really, it's greatest of all time. It's not greatest of all time. We've beaten generational into the ground, so we're going to have to find something new on him. By the way, I don't believe that Tony Tate no more after watching some of that stuff. Holy hell.
Hey, I tried. I tried.
Even I said in the middle of it, I was like, all right, this is crazy. But he's a great, well-rounded football player. The Jeremiah Smith stuff is just a man that large shouldn't move like that.
When you have a Falcons fan approve the Julio Jones comp, we don't let that fly, all right? But this one, I'm like,
he might be better.
All right.
Julio
Let's give this one some more time before we just start deeming that one.
Let's also remember, Julio was in college 17 years ago when the league was completely different.
Yep. I mean, I think they were still playing with fullbacks.
Yes. Yeah, Patrick DeMarco was rocking with the Falcons.
Yeah. Leonard Moore, can't stop watching him.
Yeah,
the
really
corner
good
from
prospect.
Notre Dame. They let him travel with Mekhi Lemon. It's good tape. It's really, really good tape. Also, it's good tape for that's why you don't travel. This is probably why you don't do that very often, because like the only successful offense USC got was on busted coverages, because we were trying to get out of traveling because of whatever they're doing, and then we try to get into cover 3, but we got corners trying to flip-flop fields, and it's just it's a nightmare sometimes. But other than that, they shut him down. It was 4 for 74, and he got him a couple times on some slants. But you're in there at the nickel playing slot, like following there. It's not like traveling outside the numbers, where when you play bump and run at the nickel spot, he's got a two-way go. When I play bump and run at the outside the numbers, you have the sideline as your friend. There is no friend in that nickel spot, so we kind of get beat sometimes, and that's what happened to him. But, man, that kid, he is really, really good. Mark Fletcher, every time I watch him, I'm like, what is this?
Yeah.
That guy.
You talking about all these upcoming prospects for next year just really, like, hammers home the fact of, like, and I actually heard this between Todd McShay and Bill Simmons about how this NFL draft class is so boring. It feels that way.
That's what I'm saying.
Like, the juiciest story that they talked about is, where does Jeremiah Love go? And really, that's not even that crazy,
I can't even bring myself
opinion.
to watch him, because I'm like, I know what you are, buddy. I don't need to watch it. I know you're transcendent and you're great, and we got to figure out what's running back 2.
Yeah.
But, I know what you are, Bubba.
But then you look ahead at, like, next year's draft class, and I know that we do this all the time when we start looking ahead, because nothing's set in stone yet. But when you think about the potentials of next year, of like what the quarterback class could look like, what the running back class could look like, what the wide receiver class, I mean, there's going to be a whole lot of storylines next year potentially compared to what this year is.
Yeah, I mean, I feel like the 2027 draft class has been circled since they were freshmen.
Yeah,
like,
I mean,
since Ryan Williams did his thing against Georgia, that's basically been like, just wait till this year's class gets in the NFL.
I mean, McShay said it himself about how many teams in the NFL right now are like not punting on this year's draft class, but they're setting themselves up to where they know the 2027 draft class is the one that you want to cash in on.
Yeah.
You think that has anything to do with like a lot of those guys are 3-and-dones though, but like staying back, being able to pay kids to stay in college, it pushes classes back
for sure.
And I think we're finding the residual effects of that this class and next class, where guys are older. We talked about this with a GM in Indy. He's like, it's either a 3-and-done or a 6-and-done. There's no in between. There's guys that have been in college forever, or guys that were blue chips, like pick and stick, done.
I think the Messidor is going to be like 26 by the draft.
Yeah, and this is what I'm saying. Messidor 26, Ruben Bain 3-and-done, from the same school.
Yep.
And I don't think there is a like a 5th-year guy anymore, or a 4. You know what I'm saying? Right, like a guy stayed 4 years.
The in-betweeners.
That guy's staying in college forever. You know what I mean?
Sure.
So that's what it feels like right now. All right, I'm good on the draft talk. Tony, man, I can't wait to watch that guy for 2 more years. Biggest leapers.
Let's do it.
Not biggest sleepers, biggest leapers. Who's going to take the biggest leap in 2026? I nominate. I was going to say nominee and then nominate and then it nominade. I don't know what happened there. Ain't worn that sucker in a minute. I nominate Ryan Williams half-heartedly.
Really?
Okay.
Maybe returning to freshman form. However, this is why I don't believe it. I am, at this point, I'm going to have to be proven wrong, and I'm willing to be done so. I think Ryan Williams is what I'm calling a jackpot receiver. Did you ever play jackpot growing up?
Oh, yeah.
You know where everybody just kind of lines up underneath the ball, it's coming down, and whoever jumps the highest and can high point that sucker is great at it?
Yep.
Whew! Ryan Williams is jackpot draft pick 1. All right? He is the best at it. He's got immediate spring, immediate jump. But you know what he really struggles with? He struggles when he has to bend routes and run towards the ball. He struggles when he has to run across and take it over his shoulder and catch that ball. There's a lot of drops there. But man, when when it's coming directly towards his face, he catches it really, really well. I had to stop myself there.
By the way, it's Ryan Coleman Williams now.
Huh?
Yeah, he changed his name.
He changed his name.
And number, right?
I think I can't.
Anywhere in one now?
I have no idea.
Either way, Ryan Coleman Williams, I think I don't know if we're going to actually have the resurgence because I do think we struggle. And that's why year one we were great because that's what Milroe was great at. He's a four verts merchant.
Oh, for
That's
sure.
what Milroe does. It's like, oh, I'm not going to run. Boom, throw a nuke.
And I never gave this take full-fledged. In fact, I think really the only person I delivered it to was Kirby ahead of last season, where even though how good Ryan Williams was in his freshman season, when you kind of went and looked back at the numbers, it wasn't all that special. It wasn't all that, this guy is on par with Jeremiah Smith.
We need a soundbite for reckless speculation or I'm trying to sculpt the take. Please don't clip me. You ready?
Yeah.
I'm trying to sculpt the take. Please don't clip me.
Okay.
Ryan Williams made too much money and never got better.
When did he make, like, early freshman?
Oh, freshman. Dude, he was 17 years old on the face of NCAA. He's paid. He is a paid man. Okay? And
Not a
then,
horrible
like,
take.
here's why, again, horrible. It could be a horrible take. I don't know nothing about him from a working standpoint.
Right.
But here's what I do know. We've been in college 3 years, and has the body changed?
No.
Have we gotten any bigger?
Doesn't seem like it.
No.
That's all I'm saying.
I think it's also
Again, complete reckless special. I don't know nothing about the kid.
Right.
I just watch his play, and everybody's searching for reasons why it's deteriorating. And I gave you the real one, that I believe in, which is we were running a lot of vertical schemes. Now we have to run deep overs into coverage, and we're not very great at doing that right now. Also, we went from playing really more of a Z body type to now playing in the slot, and that's different for us as well.
definitely that, as well as could it also be that the hype around Ryan Williams was a little bit too quickly anointed?
No, dude. The stuff freshman year after the catch was dynamic.
For sure. For sure. There's no denying that. I mean, just go watch Georgia, Alabama 2024 to see that. But it felt like kind of after that one game, he was anointed as, all right, he's the best receiver in college football. No one else can touch him. And yes, he had a solid season, but it was kind of just assumed that he's this other generational worldly talent where those deficiencies were still there. He had drop issues his freshman year. Now, obviously, it was really bad last year, but I think the flaws in Ryan Williams was always there, and I think people just kind of ignored them because, man, look at what he does after the catch. Look at what he did against Georgia. Look at this catch against Oklahoma. Like, the moments far outweighed the overall substance of his freshman season.
Still had some tough catches in 25. I mean, there's a play against Georgia where Ty's rolling left, and he gets smacked by Kyron Jones and catches the football. So there are moments there. There
Correct.
still are a lot of flashes.
Yeah.
We'll be serious. It'll be interesting to see if I also think his play style, if Keon Colbert or the quarterback, Keelan Russell.
Oh,
if Keelan Russell wins that job, he can be like a extend the play playmaker type
off
of
script
quarterback, off script, and Ryan's great at that. So we could see a
100%.
resurgence there because of quarterback play.
No doubt. I will nominate Bryce Underwood.
Ah.
You know,
Why? Because he actually got a quarterback's coach?
Well, you know, I hear that he's kind of like Cam Newton, so that's really piqued my interest at the moment. But no, in all seriousness, I think that his true freshman season went about the way that I thought it would, knowing what Michigan had on the roster, especially offensively, and knowing what it usually looks like when you start a true freshman at quarterback in college football, especially in that conference. A lot of raw attributes, nothing really felt too refined, but there were certainly moments where you saw what Michigan was buying in on and all of that stuff. So
it just got so scaringly bad at the end.
It did.
Mechanically. Like, I wrote it in my notes. We went from being a really, really fluid, like smooth athlete to making me go, ugh.
But I think that's the risk that you run when you put your true freshman in that
and
situation.
You scar him up.
That's what I'm saying. So that's why I'm maybe a little hesitant to throw this one out there. But I do feel like he is a prospect that is only going to continue to get better. So I'm banking on that one this year. I don't know how big the leap is going to be, but I think it's going to be one of those where, especially once all of the quarterbacks clear out in college football, he's going to be the guy talked about heading into 2027.
Arc Raiders leaper big. Who do you got for me?
I'm nominating the Tennessee Volunteers defense. I think that
it is true. Was he in the? He wasn't in the facility in that video,
it was
was he?
his video, I'm pretty sure. So, yeah, the off-the-field thing happening earlier in the offseason doesn't help the case.
A powdery substance.
Fair. So,
or anything coming out of a needle.
We got football back now. Maybe we're just on a strict schedule.
Would you prefer that?
Obviously not. But the baseline of, well, at least it wasn't one of the hardest drugs ever.
Facts
Can't be how you
facts.
treat that situation. I'm nominating the Tennessee Volunteers defense. I think adding Jim Knowles to this roster will kind of increase the tackling abilities of them. The secondary was a mess last season. It's no secret.
7 new bodies.
Yeah, it's no secret that the fact that Tennessee struggled mightily last year on the defensive side of the football. I think adding a fresh face in Jim Knowles, I think some of the guys that they've added, the edge rusher whose name I'm forgetting right now, who showed a lot of promise his freshman year.
Oh, yeah.
It's Chaz
Coleman.
Chaz Coleman. I think Chaz Coleman will add a lot of potential to this defense, so I'm nominating them to have a major leap in 2026.
You're not worried about year one with Knowles? Being a little too complicated.
It is a little thing.
It could.
It's picture card defense, meaning like it's one sound for the whole thing.
Right. I mean,
that's why it's so tough.
Well, yeah. Again,
learn.
this is the spring. This is speculation, but I think that we could be sitting here this time next year. And go, man, that Jim Knowles hire really helped Josh.
So I'm
Heupel.
skeptic of the year 2 or year 1 buy. Can I give you a year 2 stock I'm buying, despite the fact that he just lost 2 first rounders on the line?
Go ahead.
Corey Heatherman down there at Miami. We watched them, and they were very dude-based defensively last year until the playoffs.
Yeah.
And then the playoffs, this dude was dusting off some damn schemes. He was out here working. Also, dude comes from the SIG tree. I would imagine they're going to get chaotic. But we just gotta have time to install the chaos. You know,
right?
We can't be trying to do a year 1. Then we're gonna have a bunch of busts, and we didn't have to do that last year at Miami because they had a bunch of dudes.
Yeah.
Well, they still got dudes. They got a lot of them. I think year 2 down there in Miami on the defensive side of the football is going to be something to behold. I think they were scratching the surface schematically in year 1 with Corey.
I'll stick with your Tennessee theme, Christian, and I'll go with David Sanders. Started the year with an injury, didn't get off to the start that many people had hoped he would. What you got?
I just got to say, so I got to get something off my chest. When you see board drills of any kind,
I know.
When you see a dude in a 4-point stance on the defensive line who looks like he weighs 260 pounds, and you ask yourself, why would that guy ever be in a 4-point stance on any given down other than goal line situation? There's your answer. That's what that is supposed to simulate. It is supposed to simulate everybody knows you two are about to bang heads to start practice and set the tone. If you ever see a video like this around football, understand that it's about nothing other than physicality. Sure, I want you to have good feet and hand placement. I want to coach up all the perfectness of it. But it ain't realistic or it ain't real football. That's not what we're simulating. What we're simulating is it's spring practice. Get your ass ready. We got to go. We got to set the tone right now. So when David Sanders volleyball spikes a grown man in that clip, I don't want to hear, former NFL guys start talking about footwork, hat, and hand placement. It's actually a bad rep. No, it was there to set tone. It was there to be about physicality. And my God, if the sophomore don't want to do that right now. And by the way, you heard me throughout his entire high school process. The only thing I ever questioned was, oh man, like we're a great athlete, but are we violent?
Yeah.
Are we a mother? And that's what he is now, or at least is trying to be. And if we try long enough and we're that gifted, buddy, we're gonna figure it out eventually. Yeah. So sorry, I had to get that off my chest.
No,
my
it's
God.
fine. And I know Chad's saying I'm falling for some spring propaganda. I don't believe that to be the case.
No, sir. Watch the tape last year.
Yeah.
It's great.
At the end of last season, when we finally got our first few starts under us, and we got to we started building some confidence in ourselves, it looked like everything that was promised about David Sanders. And I think that now entering year 2, we've cleaned some things up. We've got half a season of full starts with us now. I think he's going to be one of the cleaner prospects that we have at offensive line.
Shaq talking about J. Will fell for the video on IG. Guess who else did? This guy. I loved it. I was like, man, this guy loves playing offensive line. Guess what? And a lot of dudes that gifted athletically that love playing offensive line. I don't know if I've ever watched Trent Williams been like, damn, this is his favorite thing ever. This guy loves this. I think he just likes beating the shit out of people. That's why he's great at it. And guess what? He's super gifted. That guy might be one of the best athletes to ever play the position. David Sanders is kind of like that. I love David Sanders. Enough of that.
My next nomination for Most Improved this year is Darian Mensah. Now, hear me. I know that some people were very high on Menta last year. I think that there's a lot of flaws that came with his game at Duke. Now, you can argue that that's because you're playing on Duke. There's a lot of deficiencies there. I think he forced the ball one too many times last season and threw a lot of turnover-worthy picks. My assumption is that you get on a better offense with a better roster. He is probably going to have a much, much better season. I think that he will have a big leap this year.
He brought the best part of Duke's offense with him.
Yeah, and that's what I'm saying. So I think that he will have a massive leap in 2026.
We're big Mensa maniacs around here. There was a nickname, the Messiah. How do y'all feel about that?
You know,
we're workshopping it.
yeah. I don't know how I feel about crossing the religious figures with football players, but, you know, I don't hate it, I guess.
Okay. It's early.
It at least, like, flows well with his name. Like, I could see it.
Okay. I'm not saying print the shirts yet. I'm just saying we're workshopping.
No, yeah. Workshopping. It's
Let's stay in the
off-season.
ACC. Miller Moss, year 2 with the Whisper.
Isn't it year 3? No, it is year 2. It is year 2.
It's like year 7 of college career.
I feel like
He was in J.J. McCarthy's class, by the way.
Yeah. Ooh, wow.
I feel like guys like that are kind of
He was in Drake May's class, by the way.
I feel like guys like that are kind of the prospects that they are by this point. Like, if you haven't figured it all out by now, or are we going to have the magical year 7 development? Like, for as much as we talk about, like, Carson Beck was Carson Beck last year. It wasn't like he added a new layer to his game.
I mean, Miller does make some throws.
Mm-hmm. Sure, he's talented. I just don't know, like, is there another level for Miller Moss to take? I don't think there is.
If there is, the Whisper is going to find it.
I would more so have to go take a look at what Louisville's got on the rest of the offense.
Well, I'll tell you what. Here's why I think Louisville is going to, like, they're going to be a 9-win football program in that conference, period. If you don't know this, by the way, Jeff Brom and Louisville have more wins over the last 3 years than anybody in ACC football. Like, they're really, really good normally, year in, year out, no matter what's going on.
Interesting.
You really played that
Did
off.
you just
No,
yawn
I'm serious. I'm
in the
going
middle of
interesting because I was told for the last 5 years that Clemson's the premier program in the ACC.
Oh, that's what you're doing. I mean, they won 9 out of the last 11 ACC
that's fine.
titles.
I get it.
So
I
yawn that.
Jeff Brom is the Lincoln Rileys of Kirk Signetti's.
I don't know where that's coming from either. You guys have completely
Come on now.
sidetracked the point here.
I don't hate
All
that
I'm
take.
trying to say is, guys,
He gets
Jeff
it.
Brom's won a lot of football games in that conference over the last 3 years, and I've never, ever, ever, ever heard him give his football program expectations like he has this offseason. He is quoted as saying, basically, why can't Louisville be a playoff team? Why can't we be one of these programs? Why can't we do this? And I think that's alluding to the fact that he thinks he might be able to do. You don't say that if you think you're going to be an 8-4 football team.
Mm-hmm.
He doesn't. Bro, I know he brought ESPN down there to talk about him being a whisperer, but he don't do this normally.
I think
he is not a quotes guy.
I think this is also I need to start posturing myself to get talked about ahead of the season so that when we are ultimately 9-3, it's not brushed off as, yeah, that's ACC Louisville. It's more, okay, that's a Louisville team that is respectful and all those things. Like,
people are expecting Dante Moore to take a massive leap. Are you? I'm not worried. I am worried. I'm kind of worried about the offensive coordinator turnover.
I don't know.
I'm not even worried about that. I'm just trying to think of.
And we lost 2 really, really good offensive linemen. Maybe 3. The center out.
Now, the wide receiver room is really good still. Like, our weapons are solid. We do lose Kenyon Sadiq.
If they stay healthy, Jonathan.
We get Evan Stewart back, hopefully, from his injury. Didn't have him all of last season. So there's reason to believe that the offense as a whole could take a step forward. But I'm just trying to envision, like, how big of a leap is there for Dante Moore to take now?
That's my question because he's also one of these guys where you're getting up there in experience. This is his 4th or 5th year in college football. Like, he's not one of these new guys. What is the availability for another leap here? Like, that's my question for a lot of these 4th, 5th, and sometimes 6th-year guys. I don't know what the next step is necessarily for Dante Moore. It felt like he was an NFL product coming out of last season until he ultimately decided to stay.
To me, the last infinity stone for Dante is to do what Mendoza did, which is finish these games that you're struggling in better in the 4th quarter and stronger.
Sure.
He did this against Iowa. He did. He had a great throw down the stretch against Iowa, did Dante. But that's, to me, where we're lacking. Now, it was to start the game against Indiana in the playoffs. But other than that, I think there was he was great in the overtime against Penn State. But down the stretch, I thought he was just the other guy was better than us maybe in the fourth quarter.
I mean, that's understandable. But again, like, I don't know if that's
All right, Hunter Lacey's trolling in the chat at this point. Hot take.
He's never been a Dante Moore guy,
take
though.
the job from Moore at some point this season.
probably not.
He did call Marcus Mariota and ask if he could wear an 8. After calling
Dylan Gabriel. Why are we getting approval from Dylan Gabriel?
Well, he had to get Marcus's number from Dylan.
Okay.
Here's the real question.
Did number 8 get retired? And I don't remember that. Like,
but I think it's more of a pay your dues and
you
respect
just pay
thing.
respect to it.
Oh, my God. Just find another number. Rocky Home shit. You know what I mean?
Or also just wait till you're actually starting to.
Yeah, this year, not that big of a deal.
No, he's going to win the job. Hunter Lacey said it.
Oh, okay.
All right.
The last name I'll give for biggest leaps this year, and this has been a trend at this program for a long time, especially at this position. When it comes to year 3 leaps, Chris Cole, the Georgia linebacker.
I thought we were going to talk Julian Sand.
Julian Sand is certainly worth mentioning in this conversation. Arch Manning's worth mentioning, but Chris Cole, year 3 linebackers under Glenn Schumann, the leap is pretty drastic.
There was a Julian Sand take that made me close a video today.
Oh yeah.
Yeah, I watched a very, very, very prominent analyst. Now he might work for one of them 3 or 4 letter companies that may or may not have TV rights. But I heard a very, very well known college football analyst today say something along the lines of, "Well, you know, Ty Simpson's a first round draft pick this year, but in other drafts he may or may not be. Like for example, if Julian Sand were in this draft, he would get drafted ahead of Ty Simpson." Okay. All right. I think it's a little bit crazy. I think Julian Sand's got a lot of growth left to have as a quarterback, especially after having just watched 4 or 5 games of Carnell Tate tape. Leave it at that. He's great, accurate, but we're
very accurate.
There's not a lot of horsepower there, man. There's not a lot of wow. There's
No,
a lot
there
of
isn't.
You know what I mean? It's not a lot of whoa.
Right.
NFL's about whoa. You know what I mean? All right, there we go. Let's go to local hour.
Welcome into Talk the Dog, the show where we find a bone to pick and a take to give. These are not hot takes. These is dog takes. Can I talk that dog? What's up? You like that? You really like that? Let's shut up and grind some tape.
What is up, ladies and gentlemen? Welcome back in for another loaded hour here on the Film Guy Network. Jonathan, what's them round ball scores? Any good games? It looks like the numbers would indicate to me there's some good basketball games going on because people are busy.
Well, I closed out my okay. So Purdue and Texas are in a 1-score game right now. Texas winning 67-66 with 5 minutes left.
Dude, so close.
And then Iowa and Nebraska is a 1-point game with 9 minutes left in the second quarter or second half.
That Iowa
So, yeah,
Nebraska
that'll do it.
game is nasty.
That'll do it.
Have you seen Twitter, dude?
I mean, yeah. Have you seen that rivalry in general?
Yeah, those people.
They don't mess around.
They do not like each other.
It's unfortunate they're in different conferences. No, they're in the same conference.
They're the same
Big Ten.
conference.
Same
But
conference.
wasn't there a moment there where they weren't Big 12, Big 10?
I
Like
do
a
want to
while
say
It was a long
yeah,
time
a
there.
while ago.
Long
yeah.
time.
It's been a minute though.
Yeah, we'd love to see the return of that. They're bordering states, right? Iowa and Nebraska.
I'm not gonna act like I'm a geography expert, especially when it gets up in that area.
You know ball.
I don't know ball up there.
I'm fairly certain though.
I was talking about you know football.
Oh,
you
yeah.
don't know geographical
Hey,
ball.
we're in the southeast region. I got it. I can tell you exactly where everything is. But when
Hell
I
yeah.
get over in that area, I'm no good.
Welcome into the local hour. We got a loaded one for you. I need you to like, subscribe, tell a friend up front. Go ahead and do it. If you haven't liked the stream and you are in the chat right now, I need you to go ahead and do that whilst firing off in the chat. It is Thursday during the off season, which means we have Discord Q&A lined up for you guys. We got some good stuff loaded up over there in the Discord. All right, patreon.com/Brooks Austin if you want to be a part of that group chat. Gator quarterback talking some trash. Some good stuff. You watched another UGA game.
I sure
of note.
did.
You also have a top 5 for us tonight.
I do.
We got a lot of tape to watch.
Sure do.
It's slam loaded. It's
Love
a great show. All right, what do we want to start with first and foremost? I think we should start with that Gator quarterback talking some nonsense. talking some real, actually.
Yeah, I don't think that was nonsense. Like,
But this man is from Bogart County, Kirby.
I was about to say
He's from right down the street.
the only thing that doesn't make any sense about it is considering where Aaron Philo is from.
yeah.
Hating Georgia
And
seems
who he's
weird.
dating.
And who he's dating, but
Well, if
I respect it.
No, let's first clear something up. If your significant other has any sway on who you cheer for, you're not about it anyway. So that's what I'll say there. So even if his girlfriend, your girlfriend's a Georgia fan, how do you know that shouldn't be a reason you cheer for Georgia?
Anyways, Aaron Philo said he don't like them dogs. What did Aaron? Do we have the quotes? The actual
No,
quotes?
but I can base.
Go ahead.
It's not even really a quote. It's a question of you don't really like Georgia, and he goes, no, not at all. And then they ask him, but you're kind of from that area. He goes, yep, doesn't matter. I hated them my whole life. And they say, your girlfriend's a Georgia fan. She goes, yep, doesn't change a thing. I still don't like Georgia. So just basically describing his disdain for the Georgia football program. There's not a lot of quotes to have from it. It's not like he gives a soliloquy of, I don't like.
It's
the
more
Georgia
of a you got to watch it to feel the disdain type of thing.
Exactly, and that's why I didn't include it in the notes. But basically, Aaron Philo not rocking with the dogs. So that's something to look forward to this year, which that's kind of the reason why I wanted this to be in the show notes is it feels nice for there to actually be a rivalry where the team you're playing against actually dislikes you. You had this with Haynes King last year. Haynes King obviously said it, I hate losing to these guys about Georgia and Brent Key, but it feels like more so than ever in the college football world in modern day, people don't feel these rivalries as much.
Play that soundbite of my reckless take that's half sculpted and don't take me seriously. Hey, Aaron Philo, how about you win a job first? How about you beat Tramel Jones out? Even though I think you're going to. You should.
I mean, if they're giving you the media, you've won that job probably.
I thought if they gave you $1.2 million, they might have gave you that job.
Yeah, that's a better indicator probably than media availability. But yeah, I do agree with you, Christian, of like usually you don't get a whole lot of insight of like who college players were a fan of prior to their time getting into college because obviously whichever school you went to, you would hope at least is now your new team. Like that's who you're rocking with for the foreseeable future. Now, we don't know who Aaron Philo is actually a fan of, but we just know that, hey, he doesn't like Georgia. He's at a school that hates Georgia. I'm here for it. I would imagine we know for a fact Gunnar Stockton hates Florida.
Was that Ryan Puglisi class?
Philo? Ooh, I don't remember. Maybe.
Yeah, I think so.
So that would have been Raiola, Puglisi. Yeah, they weren't recruiting Philo, unfortunately. Wasn't Philo like a Michigan State commit for a long time?
We could find out.
And then Tech flipped him?
I'm pretty sure.
I think something like that. But I always loved Philo.
Yeah.
I think he's a good football player.
I mean, he's a great quarterback.
I mean, if you watch that film study of me on him, you would think I think he might win a Heisman. Like I think he's really, really good.
Yeah, he's a great quarterback.
I think Buster's system is really good too. What do you got for me?
It's loading right now.
Daggum
I don't
Weefy.
see anywhere where he was a Michigan State commit.
Either way.
Georgia Tech was the third school to offer him. I know that much.
But he was the Raiola Puglisi class. That would have been
This would have been
23, 24?
Let me go back.
24 class would have
24.
been. So, yes.
No, 24. Yeah, 23 was Manning. 24 was this class.
Correct.
Either way.
Yeah, I mean,
I do appreciate that. I want some disdain, like you mentioned.
Yeah, like
I want some known. I don't like that place.
in the transfer portal NIL era, it feels more so than ever that it's just like I'm here to collect a check, which is why I've kind of disliked the NFL in comparison to the NCAA or college football because of that. Because the guys choose to go to these schools, they actually dislike the teams, they buy into the rivalries. You don't get that as much. You still get it to some degree, but
Well, there you go. Chat says his dad is a diehard Tennessee fan. So there you go.
probably does not like Georgia.
So was Tate Ratledge's dad.
It's true. Now they rock with the dogs.
Yep, ripped the T right off the back of the truck.
Yep, sure did.
I remember that.
You guys sticker in the back windows, guys?
I have them. Yeah, but
I was in high school.
Mine are very.
I saw the trifecta the other day driving back from Athens. The trifecta. You ready?
What's that?
Squatted truck nuts
Yeah,
on the rear,
I'm on.
Instagram handle in the back window. The damn trifecta. And GMC. I mean, he had it douched up. I mean, it was top of the notch,
have
brother.
a problem with
Almost
GMC.
gave him a follow on Instagram.
Sierra's a fine
I'm glad you
truck,
didn't. I'm really glad you didn't because I was just about to say, how many people do you think are following you?
Trifecta, brother. Trifecta.
Like who sees that driving down the road and is like,
It's
I
for
need to
when,
follow this
It's
shit
when
hard.
when they go to shows and things such as that. That's what they do it for.
you can't.
Again,
Whatever.
it's
It's a world I don't understand.
It's a culture I
Whatever.
do not like at all. But
You guys more of the I only know how to describe them as like Fast and Furious cars. Are y'all more of those, the loud piped Honda Accords or whatever?
riced?
Yeah, huh?
Like riced cars?
I don't know what that means.
Race-inspired cosmetic enhancements.
Sure.
It's basically things that make
Yeah, is that more of your bag opposed to the squatter
You
truck
want to know
nuts?
what my bag is for vehicles?
Probably
Does it work and
Georgia
doesn't
line.
have air conditioning?
Oh, boy.
Yeah.
Those are the baselines right there.
I'm
Yep.
1 for 2 on mine, so.
So you got a yard now. I think in a couple of years you'll be talking to me about how you want a truck bed.
Well,
Do you do your own yard maintenance and
yeah,
lawn maintenance?
I do. No, I did. Get
How do you
some-
get rid of your trimmings and clippings and things like of such?
Well, my house is on the hill. Or like at the back of his hill. I just
nice.
dump it all
House
back
on
there.
a hill.
Yeah.
Oh, boy.
It's got a little slope.
That'll be
Sitting
a good
on it.
worm bed in a few years.
Like, subscribe, tell a friend. You watched the Georgia game?
I did watch the Georgia game yesterday.
I love introducing this segment that way. You watched the game, huh?
I did, a very old Georgia game. In these times of years, this is always a tradition of mine. When the off season comes and there's no college football to watch, I like to give myself a little throwback, watch some old Georgia games, the previous ones, wins only, of course, and just remind myself of, not necessarily the good old days, but previous regimes and players about that. So this year's game, or this week's game that I watched, was the 2014 Georgia versus Clemson game. Now, for those of you who don't remember, this is the famous Todd Gurley goes off, has almost 200 total yards. I think has over 200 total yards. Basically just dismantles Clemson in the second half. So I took some notes from that. Preliminary notes. Peak Brad Nessler might be one of the best play-by-play analysts in the world. His voice, the excitement he have, he's kind of tapered off. I think
That's not Whoa Nelly, right?
No.
Who does the Whoa
Well,
Nelly?
Whoa, Nelly's Brett Musburger.
Okay. I like Brett.
Brett's good. Brad Nessler is just iconic for me.
what my brain's doing there. Brad,
Understandable.
Musburger.
Yeah, but either way, Brad Nessler was at his peak from like 2007 to like the early years of the CBS deal. Either way, him calling this game was fantastic. The old ESPN college football theme, oh, dude, music to my ears. That and the CBS Sports SEC on CBS will never be touched.
Tickles that itch in your brain.
It does.
Every time.
Some notes about the game. This game was a lot closer than I remember. I know the scoreboard suggests Georgia beat the hell out of Clemson. This was a one-score game in the fourth quarter. Like, it was very back and forth in lead up. Things have changed. How things have changed. Georgia's running 21 personnel for a large portion of this. And not just, hey, we've got 2 running backs on the field. We got a fullback in the 3-point stance. Like, this was true 21 personnel.
True eye personnel, or were they king and queen and setting it? Were they
It was
offsetting the fullback?
It was mostly, there was some eye, but it was a lot of king and
Was
queen.
this Payne or Hicks?
This was Christian Payne.
You know who dusted off 21 personnel out of king and queen sets this year? The wild man, Rick Petrino up there. Bobby Petrino.
Oh, really?
Petrino. Yeah, Bobby Petrino was out the eye this year. He ran it up Tennessee's you-know-what out the eye.
Yeah, they had some trouble stopping that.
Bring it back.
Team speed, especially on the defensive side of the ball. This is kind of a given, especially with Kirby Smart taking over the regime, but just 2 completely different football teams that you watch them. Next comment. It was obvious what they had in Nick Chubb and Sony Michel from day one. This is their first appearance ever in a Georgia football uniform. Sony Michel's getting end-around sweeps called his name in the first half when you have guys like Nick Chubb, or you have guys like Todd Gurley on that roster. So to make sure that he had carries, it was very obvious that he was special. And that freshman class in general, my God, on the field, this is the first game of that class, first initial time they've ever touched the field. Here's players I saw actually starting. Nick Chubb, Sony Michel, Isaiah McKenzie, Lorenzo Carter, Dominic Sanders. That's not even mentioning guys who didn't play like Isaiah Wynn. That class was something special to take apart. It's also obvious with Deshaun Watson.
Love me some Isaiah Wynn.
Yeah.
I was way too high on Isaiah Wynn. But I think I was right on that one.
He had a pretty
Played
good
for a while.
NFL career with the
Yeah.
Patriots.
He had a decent NFL career. I don't think he was a Hall of Famer, but
No. But yeah, it was a good NFL career.
NFL retirement.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Played 6 good ones.
very solid career.
Yeah.
Maybe not a first-round pick worthy, but you know what? It wasn't a bust.
Who's
so-
going to have a better career, Jamari or Isaiah? Jamari's value is going to be better considering where he was drafted.
Jamari's now with the Dolphins, right?
Yes.
So he's with his second team.
I think
probably Jamari.
Jamari will probably have a better
He's like a
career.
4th-round draft pick, wasn't he?
Correct.
Yeah, and he's a
As
Swiss
opposed
Army
to
knife.
28th overall like Isaiah
Yeah,
was.
and Jamari can play anything too.
Yeah.
That's been his biggest appeal.
I felt like Isaiah couldn't have played guard
Right.
Just didn't have that anchor, couldn't uproot 3 techs. I feel this way about Ernest to an extent.
Yeah.
Oh, thank you for correcting me, chat. Will Nelly was Keith Jackson. That's on me. Had a brain fart there.
You know why I'm really nostalgic about Will Nelly and Keith Jackson? Because I'm pretty sure he was in the Goofy movie when they were X-gaming.
Yes, an extremely goofy movie.
Yeah.
Not as good as the first one, but still very good.
I don't know, man. Them X-game scenes were lit.
They were good. It was also obvious that Deshaun Watson was going to be something special. And the way Dabo Swinney in college, we know what he did in the NFL, that's bad. The way Dabo Swinney handled that quarterback situation was so weird. So they started another guy. I don't remember his name. It was a white guy who wore number 10.
It wasn't Kelly Bryant?
I believe.
No, Kelly Bryant's way
Was
after.
it the hybrid quarterback baseball player?
I might get a super deep pull here. I'm going to say this is Nick Schwelsler.
I think you're right.
I think it's Nick Schwelsler.
Huh?
Let me pull this up right
But either way, so Dabo Swinney starts this white guy. Literally, it's what it was. It was a tall white guy. And I'm sorry, sir, if you're watching this.
We love it.
He puts Deshaun Watson in.
Cole Stout.
That's who it was. A generic.
Nick Schwelsler was the third string.
Nick Schwelsler and Cole Stout are some all-American white guy names.
But Deshaun Watson comes in, launches the ball down the field. Clemson scores, and you don't really see him for the rest of the game until the game's already over, and they're like, hey, put Deshaun Watson back in. Very interesting. Biggest takeaway of this all, Todd Gurley. There's nothing I need to say. There's nothing I need to add. One of the most talented running backs I've ever seen in my lifetime. Just an absolute menace on the field. Loved that. Loved watching him play.
Sean McVay called him the best one-cut back in NFL history.
I would full-heartedly agree with that. He is the first ever, he is good at everything. He was a physical running back. He could outrun you. He could make cuts. He was a threat out of the receiving game. He was the everything back. Even guys like Nick Chubb and Sony Michel and in today's era, there's not a everything back. Even Derrick Henry to a degree. I don't think Derrick Henry is necessarily a threat out of the backfield in the passing game. He's a great running back, Hall of Famer, but
I wish I had the all-22 on some Gurley stuff. We'd go back and watch it.
oh man,
I might be able to get my hands on it, but I doubt it. I don't know if we'll ever see. I know we say this a lot. I don't know if we'll see anything like that anytime soon.
maybe not.
I don't know if people realize how big he was.
He's huge.
That guy looked like he was
There's-
6'3", 240. He was probably 6'3", 225, but he looked like he was 240.
There's literally a drive early in the game when Clemson's got the lead, and Brad and Todd Blackledge are kind of talking amongst themselves, and you're not seeing a lot of Todd Gurley, huh? Interesting. Finally, they hand it off, and Todd Gurley gets a 19-yard run, and you just hear Todd Blackledge in the mic just going, "Give it to him again, give it to him again." Just keep giving it, and they give it to him 3 more times.
The last Gurley game I studied was his freshman year SEC championship game against Bama.
Yeah,
Yep.
And he was the best player on the field then.
Yeah, and that-
it was like, how many times can we feed this kid and hope he doesn't bust an assignment in pass pro?
and that was not peak Todd Gurley either.
No.
So very fun. Another takeaway I have from this: we give Jeremy Pruitt a lot of hell, we give Todd Grantham a lot of hell for being third in Grantham. Third and Pruitt was also a very real thing. That man loved blitzing, especially with Damian Swan out of the safety position. Damian Swan had 3 blitzes in this game. A corner blitz where he gets called off sides, and then 2 safety blitzes. Now, they worked. They sacked Clemson a hell of a lot of times this game, but just third and Pruitt was a real thing.
Stop blitzing me, Swan.
Yeah, no, literally, exactly like that. A-gap blitzes too. Just send him right down the line. So that was interesting. Another take I got for you. And I know that he's not the first one, and people are going to...
Bro, Todd Gurley's the tallest 6'1" in the history of 6'1s.
Well, at a running back, 6'1" looks huge.
I mean, that guy looked unbelievably big to me,
Yeah.
even on NFL fields
It was,
for a back.
I miss him.
Maybe it's because he ran so tall.
Probably.
That's what it is, honestly. He's got a very upright... He's not a run downhill type of...
Big strike zone on the cat.
Mm-hmm.
Hard to hit him, though, somehow.
I was about to say, but
Doesn't
people
matter.
didn't really want to hit him either.
No.
But this is another take I'm crafting, and I know that people will have a pushback on this. Michael Bennett walks so Lad McConkey could run. The shifty white guy wearing number 80.
Michael Bennett was a freak. Michael Bennett was 6'3", 205. Michael Bennett was so much bigger than people
Michael Bennett
remember
was
'cause he's
obviously a
white guy.
Z-body type then.
He's a white guy.
Yes, I understand. But shifty, underrated. He was the first white guy in the Georgia Receivers.
Here's the take. That was James Coley's heyday. When I only had to play 2 of them, and I could get a whole room of 6'5s.
Oh, yeah.
I get a whole room of freaks.
They were all built the same.
Dude, they were all massive.
I don't think James Coley's on this staff. This is 2014.
Okay.
No, yeah, he wasn't
When
on
did
the staff,
when did
but-
the run from like AJ to Massaquoi, like all those guys?
That's like
Who was that?
That's like late 2000s.
Was that Coley?
I don't
There
know.
was a run there where if you weren't 6'3", looked like AJ Green, you didn't play wide receiver at Georgia, and it was the James Coley run. And he's back in it now, but they actually they play 11 now, so there's three lines.
I always thought James Coley was a Kirby Smart era guy.
No, he had a.
No, his first year was Kirby Smart's first year.
Okay.
Yeah, I don't think James Coley
Who
was
was responsible for all them dudes then?
no clue.
That guy could recruit. The Chris Durham era, like that whole
And
era.
that's what I'm gonna say. Chris Durham was an ex-body receiver.
But again, then they were in 21 personnel a lot. They only had
Okay,
two
you're
receivers
thinking
on the
of
field.
Tony Ball. He was the wide receivers coach from 2006 to 2014.
That dude recruited giants. Tony Ball. I'm going to have to recruit some Tony Ball.
By the way, Michael Bennett's only 6'2".
He's what?
He's 6'2".
That's what I said. I said 6'2", 205.
You said 6'3". But
Yeah,
either,
Lad McConkey's like right at 6 foot, like
Yeah.
190.
either way. Final take after this is the media coverage around this team has changed completely.
Tony Ball. The media coverage?
The media. There's a play where the ball goes.
He's still coaching ball.
Quarterback overthrows the ball. I don't remember if it was on Georgia. You know, it was Hudson Mason. Hudson Mason throws the ball to the back end of the end zone to Reggie Davis, and it is too deep, does not get complete. And there are maybe 3 people with cameras on that media line. In a ESPN primetime game between 2 top 25 teams in a rivalry game, interconference rivalry, like one of the biggest moments of Sanford Stadium of that season should be jam-packed full. There's like 4 or 5 media guys there, and they're taking pictures. It's nothing like it looks today. Now, you win a couple of national championships, and the sport of college football as a whole grows a bit more. But that was astonishing to see. Like, there wasn't even anyone there to catch the football. Like, that's how – you know what I'm talking about.
No,
like,
yeah, I understand what you're talking about.
Anytime a ball goes overthrown in the end zone, there's someone there that has it. That ball hit the hedges and rolled around for a good 3 seconds before anyone was even near enough to walk
I wonder if that's
up.
just like access has changed. Like you think that I don't know. I don't know what to think of that.
Here's what I
like now more than ever, I feel like there's more photographers because
Yeah.
that's more of like I don't know.
But here's my thing on it, Jay Will. I would be astonished if Mark Richt in the latter years of his Georgia career was more tight on media access than Kirby
I'm not
Smart.
saying it's a Mark Richt thing. I'm saying maybe this was just a college football thing at this time. You know,
it could be.
Chris Conley, AJ Green, Tavares
Oh, yeah, dude.
King, Malcolm Mitchell.
Yeah,
It's
Georgia's
all towers.
oh yeah.
wide receiver room. had
Tony
some
Ball
good-
is him. You know where he's at right now?
Where
Any guesses? 31st year coach of college football.
he's still in college football.
Uh-huh. UTSA, baby.
Wow.
Yep, UTSA.
Still just doing it for the love of the game.
Brother. Well, he's at least parked a seat at UTSA. But if anybody ever wonders why, hey, man, like, and I know this is really self-cloviating right here, but everybody's like, hey, Brooks, why don't you coach? Why aren't you doing – this is why. Georgia, LSU, Louisiana Tech, UTSA. After stops at Austin Peay, South Carolina, Chattanooga, East Tennessee State, back at Chattanooga, Holy Cross, Louisville, Virginia Tech, Georgia.
Yeah, no, I'm good.
That's why.
I'm good.
I'm good on all that. I think my wife's good on all that too.
I don't blame her.
Yeah.
Moving's not fun.
I don't know. No, it's not.
You don't know?
It's not fun. What's really not fun is like I find out how much of a POS I am with regards to to-do lists because I look up 18 months living in the house and nothing's on the wall and boxes are still laying around.
I understand the boxes thing. Like
Wall's pretty barren in this house still.
Not this one.
Well,
not these walls. At least.
Not that wall, and that wall in there's big and empty now because that's where the projector's at now.
Well, you got to have a big.
Big grinding tape.
You got to have a big empty wall if you got a projector.
Got to.
That's a necessity.
Got to. Let's stay hot with Kirby.
Let's do it.
Let's stay hot with Kirby. You got a top 5 for me?
I got a top 5.
Oh, let's do it. I'm coming to your seat. I'm going to do your job. I'm going to do it better than you do it. How about that?
Go ahead, man.
Have you already switched cameras for me?
I'm doing that right now. So
well, now that we're
What?
doing this is a perfect time to use the bathroom.
Oh, I thought you were going to give me an ad read.
Oh, I would love to give an ad read if someone would give us an ad to read.
I would love to give an ad read too, Jonathan.
So if someone out there would
he's-
like to give us an ad to read, I would happily read an ad right now.
How about us doing an ad read to get an ad read?
Yeah.
How about that?
Whose ads are we reading?
Times is tough, boys.
Yeah, it's
What do you
all
got for me
It's the
this
off
week?
season. This week's top 5.
And by the way,
Actually, I
Buddy,
need
Buddy
you.
thinks he's going to the bathroom. He just don't want to be around for
I
top
actually
5
need
reveals.
J-Will for this segment because
Oh,
he's got
clickers. I got you.
It's all right. Nah, we'll wait for J-Will. I'll set it up in the meantime.
Maybe space button. Oh, 80s hits.
80s hits.
What is this nonsense?
This is my top 5 of the week. I was listening to some 80s music this week and decided, you know what? Need to do a top 5 for this. This is honestly probably one of the hardest lists I've had to do, though, because there are a handful of fantastic 80s songs.
I will say you have been labeled a rage baiter with this top 5 segment as of late. I don't think this is topical enough to incite rage. I don't think we have a bunch of people in our chat that give a damn about 80s music. But hey, let's find out.
People do love the 80s music.
You think so?
Yes.
Okay.
I will say 80s
Let's find
music
out.
is good.
Let's
There's
find
a
out.
lot.
Who's
I'll
your clicker
probably
back?
leave one of your favorite songs off here either way. Jay, will you please give me number 5?
Yes.
No, straight to honorable mentions. Number 5.
Starting
huh?
off with Sweet Child O'
All
Mine.
right, can I make a rule on this?
Go ahead.
You have to give me at least 3 seconds a cappella of every song.
Nah, that's all right.
No?
I won't be doing that. I don't have the singing voice. However,
Me and you?
Sweet Child O' Mine is a fantastic
I
song.
probably won't know some of these.
Sweet child.
You know, you'll probably know most
There we
of
go.
these, Jay.
Nailed it.
I,
There you go.
I
Good
hope
job.
so. I don't know.
Am I in camera, by the way?
You are definitely in
I
camera.
debated putting this one or Welcome to the Jungle. Welcome to the Jungle's gotten a little bit overplayed, though. I feel like you hear it every single high school football game. That's their coming out
I mean,
song.
it is fun and games.
I don't think.
We got everything you want?
There you go. What's the
We
next?
got fun and games.
What's the next
is in
line?
the song.
That's
That's about how
all you need to
everybody
know.
sings
That's all
that
you
song.
need to know. Number 4. Billie Jean by Michael
Okay.
Jackson. Another one where I had to decide
Give
which.
me a hee. No?
I'm not singing any of these
Performative.
songs. I don't have the talent to do that. I'm sorry. I'm just making the list. I'm just the list guy.
Okay.
Brooks can be the singer if he wants. I had a really hard time deciding which Michael Jackson one I'm going to put on here as well. I limited it to one artist per because it's only top 5.
I am kind of excited about this documentary that's coming out on him.
Oh, I'm gonna
Isn't
watch
it
it.
like a
Phenomenal.
real? Is it already out?
No, but it does look really good.
Yeah.
It's not a document. It's like a live
It's a movie.
action movie. Yeah.
It's a movie, but is it based? It's based on his life, right?
Yeah, like it's his
So
entire
I
life.
like this though. I like instead of like watching a documentary to an access or that doesn't have access to a person who is deceased. Now we just act him. I like this.
Yeah,
as long
yeah.
as it's like real and they don't take any liberties. You know what I mean?
Well, I mean, it's Jafar Jackson is playing Michael, who's actually related to him. I don't remember if he's like his great nephew or something.
Biopic.
So it's going to be done right, according to the Jackson estate. Number 3, "Take on Me" by Aha. By far the best '80s music
Give me
video.
some of
By
this.
the
I
way,
don't know this one.
Take on.
if you heard the first 5 seconds of the intro, you would recognize. There you go. Yeah, you know,
Yeah.
it. Very, very good.
It's a
song.
builder. You know what I mean? It kind of builds. No?
The intro to that is fire.
Okay, my bad.
Absolutely
I'll
not.
shut
It is
up.
a good intro.
The second that song starts playing, you go, oh shit, "Take on Me's on." Number 2 on my list, "Your Love" by The Outfield. I think this is the perfect '80s song that
Come on, dude, you got to know this one.
Give me some more.
The intro again here is really
Josie's
good.
on a vacation far away.
Oh,
There you go. See, he's just got to hear the songs. Maybe not recognize. There you go. Yeah.
There you
I
go.
feel like this probably encapsulates the best feeling of nostalgia from the '80s. I didn't grow up in the '80s, but this one always makes you think, damn, living in the '80s must have been cool. Before we go to our number 1, we'll name our 3 honorable mentions. Honorable mention number 1, "Every Breath You Take" by The Police.
I know this
Kind of a slept-on one. Not necessarily everyone's favorite, but the guitar riff is so addictive to me that I had to put it on the honorable mention. Number 2,
You're talking about guitar riffs and shit.
Purple
Purple
Rain by
Rain.
Prince. One of the few songs that comes close to 8 minutes in runtime that doesn't ever get old. I think this, Don McLean's. Anyone remember that?
All I know about my man is that he was a dynamic hooper. That's really all I got
credit
for
to
you.
Charlie Murphy. R.I.P.
That's all I
R.I.P.
got.
both of them now.
Yeah.
But yeah,
Again, bucket.
this and
mythical bucket.
This and Don McLean's American Pie are like the only 2 8-minute songs that I really like. Or maybe there's a handful.
Chat is disappointed that was not number 1.
Purple Rain is a fantastic song. Number 1, we'll get to that in a sec.
Oh,
Number
what a
3,
tease! This guy.
Out of Touch
Yeah, I'm
by
gonna need some of that too.
Out of Touch by Hall & Oates. You'll recognize that one.
Huh?
Let me look it up.
Okay.
I'm gonna have to look that one up too.
Yeah,
Kirby, I'm gonna need something.
Don't play it though.
Give me a little something.
You're out of touch. I'm out of time.
Miss me.
It's all right. Very, very good song. Hall & Oates, very underrated 80s duo.
Okay.
You recognize it now, J-Lo?
Yeah, it sounds like something that I've definitely heard before.
Play it for the people real quickly and get us demonetized.
No.
No, let's not.
Moving on to my number one 80s hit. It is my all-time favorite 80s song. I will not hold any debates on this. It is Everybody Wants to Rule the World by Tears for Fears. I absolutely love this song. It might not be your favorite 80s song, but it is fantastic. I'm wearing the Tears for Fears shirt today. Kind of my
you know this one.
You know this one first.
Everybody wants
The opening,
to rule
another one of the opening riffs that he would easily recognize.
You really don't know that one?
No, I know it. It's
Okay.
just like it's not.
The only song, now, again, my library of music, especially when it comes to specific eras of music, not very in depth, but Take It on the Run, REO Speedwagon would have been on my
Fantastic
list.
song. Do love REO Speedwagon. I would prefer In My Dreams to REO Speedwagon.
Okay.
But Take It on the Run, obviously a fantastic song as well.
So is this the time of music where we labeled rock music hair bands?
This was when hair metal really got popular.
So this is why I do not listen, or this does not resonate with me, because I feel like your musical taste has a lot to do with what your parents listened to when you were a child.
Sure, that's fair.
My parents were either listening to country music in this era or hair band music in this era.
There's a lot of hair metal
Like, isn't
bands.
it is I got a little change in my pocket going, Jane.
That's not.
Is that this time period?
I mean, it's
Because my
similar-
mama listened to that like it was
All right,
on
for the
replay.
sake of that just happening, no more music lists. It's banned from the show.
I mean, that's not
Our
exactly.
AirPod listeners probably just shut the
If
show
you
off.
want, like,
You didn't
hair
think
metal,
it was the drum roll that might have got him?
hair metal was more like Poison and Rat, and like even
Okay.
Guns N' Roses to
Okay.
a degree is kind of hair metal. So I wouldn't necessarily consider that, but yes,
Well, you
hair
know-
metal was prominent.
You know me, I only listen to music that I listened to when I was in high school.
Facts.
So there's that.
So that's my top 5 of the week. If anyone wants to disagree or put in the comments some
I
other
don't have much of an
suggestions.
opinion on this one, but great songs.
Thank you.
Great
thank you.
songs.
All right, let's switch the operation again. We got film to watch.
Ooh, film.
Film.
Go ahead and give
Let
you
me
this.
pull up the film.
I said, ooh, film. All right. Yeah, let's watch this first. Okay.
We'll fill some airtime right now. These are all future prospects for the Georgia Bulldogs that we believe you need to be keeping an eye on. Some very pristine prospects that the Georgia Bulldogs are involved with.
More importantly, Jonathan, these are Georgia Bulldog prospects that are on campus either today or this weekend.
Oh, there you go.
So there you go, a little nug for you guys. If you want some nugs, we had a full list over on patreon.com/Brooks Austin, which is also where our Discord is located. Again, patreon.com/Brooks Austin. I believe Jonathan did his job and put the link in the description of this video. So
Always do.
It is there. Now, this is Jelani George. Jelani George is the consensus #1 player in 2028, from what I understand. Is a defensive end out of California. Is that correct?
Arizona, I believe.
Arizona, West Coast. That's what my brain was telling me. Listed at 6'5", 245 pounds. Some sites 235, some sites 250. Your boy got official measurements today because he was on campus. 6'3.5", 248 pounds as a rising junior. Looks way taller and longer on this high school tape than that, though. Let's watch it. Because before I get into old negative Nancy over here, can I have the keyboard just in case I got to rewind? Now, this tape's what, 4.5 minutes? Is that what that says over there?
I can't
This
even
tape's,
see it.
yeah, 4.5 minutes. Okay. Now, the start of it is absolutely electric. Some of my points that we got to coach up are going to come later in the film study. We are big, we are long, we are athletic. We pursue the quarterback with reckless intentions, okay? And we're really, really physical on the high school level. You see how big and long we are right here?
Good Lord.
I mean, yeah, we're throwing kids on the ground. It is 5-star tape. It is first, player in the country type of tape, especially as a sophomore. We're doing this at a very young age.
I mean,
Now,
shout out to the quarterback for trying to do everything he can. My Lord.
facts. I always get weirded out nowadays. Not weirded out. Always the first question I have in my mind nowadays is, "Are you reclassed?" And I know I shouldn't have that, but I have this all the time. It's like, are you this big and physical as a sophomore because you're really 17 years old? I don't know this about this, but nowadays it feels like every other kid is reclassed. I mean, didn't the New York Post just write an article about this, or The Athletic?
The Athletic, I did believe, yes. New York Times, same thing.
The same thing. Isn't that weird how it's all just getting smorgasborded nowadays? But anyways, that other guy on the other side is pretty good looking too, 93. All right, there's one clip here in a minute where we really start to point out what I have a concern about, okay? But it is all over the place. We're a freak.
He's wrecking.
Yeah, he definitely is, okay? And we got some.
Oh, that hurt.
Yeah, man. We're dominating, okay? And here's what I do like. Look how big these kids are.
Mm-hmm.
This ain't slap, competition.
Right.
These are big boys.
This isn't Timmy and Tyler trying to block. It's kind of Leonard.
Arizona's got pockets of really good football, by the way.
Yeah.
It's
Go
kind
ahead,
of
Kirk.
Leonard Floyd-y, and that might just be because I watched them yesterday in that Clemson game, but
Yeah.
long, tall.
Okay. We're going to get to – there's some shimmy right there. Did you see that? There's a little bit of wiggle in that rush. Watch this. We get in on the guard. We give them a little double move, get to the inside peck, and run right through it. Okay? We're big and physical. Now, where is my three-point stance rep? We're going to see it here in a second. And then from that point forward, I want everybody's eyes to start really, really paying attention to his lower body. Not this one. There's another clip here in just a second. We're still wrecking stuff. All right? Nope, not this one. We're almost there, I promise. Unless I was just being overcritical. Golly, that it's a false step, but it looks twitchy as hell. Watch him drop his back foot right there,
Yeah, it's a
and
false
then
step.
drive off of that sucker. I would like you to not false step, but man, the twitch. All right, here it is. Okay, here's the stance that I'm worried about. And from this point forward, I want everybody to watch him from the waist down, and I want everyone to pay attention to where his knees are and where his toes are. Kirby, where is our left knee at right now?
His left knee appears
This
to
one right
be bent outside of his
Bent
body.
outside of his foot, right? It
Interesting.
looks awkward. You see his foot? You see his left toe?
Yeah.
Where's his left toe pointing?
Pointing
At a 45-degree
sideline,
angle, right?
yeah.
It's kind of slotted this way. Now, from this point forward, I want everyone to notice how as we play the game of football, we're playing toes out and knees in. All right, not in exactly a very powerful position. All right, pay very, very close attention to what's going on in our lower body. Now, good news. We got 2 years of high school to kind of grow this out of our body, and maybe we're a kid that grew a lot over the last couple of years, and we're not quite muscly built or ready to be built at this size, okay? From this point forward, notice how we kind of play outward, all right, with our toes, okay? It's hard to tell on these wide cuts. Yeah, buddy, we're there. I'm just trying to find one little negative because, man, there's a bunch of positives.
Yeah, there is.
All right?
He's got pretty decent bend.
To an extent, yeah.
Yeah, I mean, it's not stiff as a board.
You see what I'm talking about with the toes out? Look
Yeah,
at
that's
us, look at us when
concerning.
we come to balance right here on this next clip. Toe out, really bad, and then turning and running. But we got great effort, so it don't matter, man. It don't matter.
Can you get coached out of that, or is that?
See, this is my fear. This is why I'm bringing it up. Sometimes we move like this. Like this kid out there at USC, Jakeem Stewart, he's like this. And sometimes we can't grow out of it, right? Like I guarantee you Trayvon Walker from the moment he was 12 until the moment he was now has never, ever been toes out, knees in, ever. You know what I mean? Sometimes we do pick it up, though. Our body starts to realize how fast we've grown. That's why I don't know about some of these kids. You know, I'd like to talk to them sometimes and say, hey, how much have we grown over the last couple of years, or have we always been a big, tall kid? And we play really high. That's the other thing.
Yeah.
But,
His toes
I mean,
look.
here's the thing. This is better than some of the 2026 5-stars that we had come out in this last class. We talked about how bad it was at edge in 26. What are you about to say, Curb?
I didn't notice the toes pointing out that bad on this clip. And again, maybe it just might be the stance.
Yeah, I see it more when we're inside.
Uh-huh.
When we can't play as tall and as long. When we have to play with good pad level on that interior, which, by the way, at 6'3.5", not 6'5", at 6'3.5", we might grow into a 3-tech.
Correct.
Okay, so these are things we have to apply. Here he is again. We false stepped again right here, but that's all right. We're twitchy as hell. What?
It's fairly easy to coach out of false steps.
For
right?
sure.
That's what
it got coached out of me with one coaching tip in college. All right, and I've never heard this. It was Coach Pitts. He used to talk about it. He said, if you're trying to move with your left foot first, take your right big toe and grip the ground. If you take your right toe or you take your toe that you don't want to move and you glue it to the ground, and that's your last thought that you have as you leave your stance, it will not move.
There you go.
And that's how I would coach it up. We don't false step if we put emphasis on ground, like where we're gripped, if that makes sense. Yeah, we can coach that up easy. Yeah, we're false stepping again. Yeah, we'll clean it up.
God, that's a wide 9.
Yeah, it is, buddy. Scooped. See, we do look just a tad bit stiff. I know I'm being hypercritical here. And again, we could be 15 years old. I have no idea.
Right.
We might be a young sophomore. We don't know. All right.
I mean,
Yeah, buddy.
he's big, bro.
He's big and violent.
But 6'3.5" is not 6'5".
Right.
No.
You know what I mean? All right, but damn, we look 6'5". All right, let's watch this Jaleel Goalie kid. This is 2028. He was on campus today. This kid's from, is this Hebron?
Yes, Hebron.
Hebron Christian. Shout out Kenny Dallas, his high school head coach as of this season. His high school head coach, Kenny Dallas, was my high school head coach. Okay.
Damn, I just got the death snare for almost sneezing.
Grown man sneezing.
Okay.
Yeah, we got some ball skills, huh? Woof.
Oof. It always scares me when they come down like that.
Is this South? They played South Paulding last year? Huh. South Paulding scheduled them? That's interesting. This is Prince Avenue.
Mm-hmm.
This quarterback's going to App State. Make a cut. Oh, man.
He's getting to the sideline. He's
Yeah, he was trying to get to the outside numbers. This is West Forsyth. This is real high school football. What are you 4 and 5A schools were willing to schedule this school? Good on you guys. Good on you guys, because if you get beat by a single A private school as a 6A school, you are getting looked at real funny the next week when you go to booster meetings. I mean, for the longest time, I guess was this head coach at Hebron Christian, and then Kenny Dallas took this job over. For the longest time, at places like Elka and Hebron Christian, they would have to schedule out-of-state schools just to get enough games.
Yeah, I remember.
Because their regions were so small.
That's what BT used to have to do.
Yeah, because if you're like I said, if you're a 5A school, the last thing I want to do is be scheduling some of these dudes. You might get beat. Now, what I don't know and what they do know, because they've camped the kid, I would imagine, is how fast he actually runs. Because it's hard to tell. He's just smooth out here, right, in these clips. Good God.
Pick that? Damn.
Yeah, he picked that. We're going to sit down on this run in the flat right here in a second. Nope, we're getting back to the high post. Whoop. Yeah, we're great with the ball in the air.
Why are you throwing that ball, bro?
Cha. It's cover 3. Oh. We got our hand on the ball.
I like this.
I do too. We're catch man right here. I wish we could see him. Oh, he drives down on the slant. Good hands.
Mm-hmm.
Good active hands. I haven't had to see him open it up because he's never in a bad position. You know what I mean? He's never in a recovery position where we have to show recovery speed. We're always on top.
I mean, I'd argue that's more important than having speed.
1,000%. I mean, like right there, we're so not threatened. Huh. Pretty big too.
I mean, this is a guy's a Kirby Smart dream too, because the hand fighting.
Mm-hmm. Are we gonna stick somebody here? No, we pick up the scoop or the onside kick. Now we're at safety. Do I get to see you stick here? Yeah, I do. Come downhill. Give me some pop. Poof. Yep. All right.
All right.
Decent. That'll do.
That was it. That was the last question, right? Hey, he can cover. He can catch the ball. He can make plays on the ball. Can he tackle? All right. I want to save this for another night. Where are we at time-wise?
We're good.
I know, but what time is it?
42.
No, we don't. We got a lot of Discord Q&A.
That's what I'm saying. You can save it.
No, I want to watch this time.
Okay, we can watch that.
I want to watch this tape. What's my man's name again? He just picked up an offer today. Jimmy Callis.
From
this
Pittsburgh.
Is from where?
Pittsburgh.
This is what it's supposed to look like. This is what the tape is supposed to look like. When I turn tape on of a high school athlete that just picked up an offer from Georgia on the offensive line, this is what it ought to look like. Now, I'm not saying he is this, but there is a player comp that I have for him watching the first 10 clips that I watched before the show. Should let you know he's 6'8", 295.
Oh, my gosh.
Oh.
Yeah, he's 6'8", 295. He's right there. And he wears a cowboy collar.
I wonder where he is.
Oh, yeah. Oh, yeah.
Any idea who I copped him to immediately?
No.
There's a lot of options. That
One clip right there. Monroe Freeling. After watching the last 3 days worth of tape of Monroe just dying with effort, this was the first thought I had. What in the world?
Poor kids. Like,
I'm telling you, buddy.
Please let go.
I'm telling you, buddy.
He reminds me.
Come on now. Come on now.
He reminds me of Cam Newton.
Boom.
Oh.
Yes, sir.
Geez.
Yes, sir. Whole slab of ribs.
Ooh.
Good play, corner.
Maybe the end of the highlight.
Bro, don't get up and try to run.
A little stiff in the movements. That's all right. I'm all about this right here. You 6'8", you can be a little stiff.
Dude, this is a absolute dream for a Sam Pittman guard.
Dude, it's just casualties.
Yes, sir.
Every
That's what I'm saying. That's what it ought to be. A boom.
How are we in pass, bro?
I don't care. Don't care. Kirby, he's got one kick, and then the loop is like 15 feet long. He's 6'8". You know what I mean?
Let's not use that logic because there's players that we say that's crap for. So.
Boom. We're too tall to play guard, so I hope we can kick slide.
Well, we need to because that's
Oh,
how
there's some foot fire. Okay. There's some foot fire.
it's there. We can do it.
How'd you play tonight, honey? Well, I got a face full of belly button all night long from old Jimmy Kalis.
Ooh, that hurt.
Take it for a ride, big fella.
This is what
Take
I
it
wanna
for a
see.
ride, big fella. That's what I'm talking about right here. Oh, kick slide, get work. Boom!
Oh, my gosh.
Get work.
Just because.
I mean, we look massive. We
Yeah.
kind of look like the mountain. Sideline. Go get you some water, son. Go get you some water. Oh, screen game. Do we get a body? Oh, okay. We're going to finish with a body, though. Don't you worry. Yep. Lay on him, big fella. Lay on him. Oh, did you see the head snap? Kirby,
How
come
could
on
you
now.
not?
Come
Wait,
on, Kirby. Look at the head snap on the goal line. Boom!
Damn.
Jeez.
Damn.
It's a dead body. You're right, though. I do kind of want to see some more kick slides.
Yeah,
some
we need to
athleticism.
see some kick slide.
I do want to see some
You tell me there's
athleticism play.
potential for this man, Tyreek Jemison, and Zakai Helton.
There we
Yeah,
go.
I mean, you can't run around that big son of a bitch.
Yes, you can. It's
You
called-
got to do so with
it's-
some wicked bend.
It's called being a D1 Power 4 athlete.
Okay. Hey, get him jumping rope. We'll be all right. We'll be all right. Let's get some Discord Q&A. Again, Discord comes with our patreon.com/Brooks Austin subscription. Less than a pub sub a month over there with us. It's a great time to hang out. It's a great place to be. Let's head over there now and address some of these cues. First one is 7 Cloud coming to Georgia.
Starting off
It's a
hot.
banger of a question to begin the Q&A.
You ain't lying.
This is usually the lighthearted portion of the
Comes
show.
straight from Callaway. There was a thing that went on at Butler, but there was there was also a knee injury that went on at Butler this past year. So I don't know if 7 Cloud is going to make it to the University of Georgia. But if I know anything about, I was thinking about this today, if I know anything about how college football works with regards to talent acquisition, that kid's going to end up on an SEC roster somewhere.
Yep.
We're going to be watching film one day and going, who the hell is that kid? Oh, my God.
Oh,
It's 7 Cloud. And Lord knows he's talented. Does Jaden Riddell stand a shot of getting any playing time? Yeah, he got playing time last
sure.
year.
Yeah.
He got
he
playing
came
time
back
last
for
year.
a reason. He's going to get playing time.
This one comes from Justin. How many titles does Kirby get? He's got 2, I think.
I've always said he'd
Let's-
get one more.
Let's say to do this, you have to set a limit on how long he's going to coach, don't you?
If you get ideally another 7 years out of Kirby, I think it's fair to say 2 more titles.
Do you think he stays here 20 years?
Just short of it.
That's pushing it.
Because we just wrapped up year 10.
What would by the time Andrew's a senior, 5th-year senior, how many years would that be?
Oh, gosh.
5th-year senior in college.
He's just now entering high school.
Uh-huh.
I mean, that's 9 more years, or 10 more years.
I mean, that's 10 maybe 11
So you'd be looking
more
at
years.
20 years for Kirby at Georgia.
I mean, it's shaping up like Andrew might be a
thing.
SEC football player. Could be. A little too early to talk
I've always
about
just
that.
said he'll get one more.
Have you seen photos of him lately?
Of
He's
Andrew?
huge. He's
Dude,
long,
he's so
too.
big.
Yeah.
He's like 6'4".
Bro, he was dapping up Dalen at Pro Day and was taller than him. I was like, good God.
Yeah. He's 14 years old.
Yeah.
So, I don't know. Maybe something.
Get that man on the basketball court.
Nah, he's actually a baseball player. How does Larry Knight make the pass rush look different than the past 2 years? So, this is me. Like, I don't think Uzo was some slap. Okay?
Yeah.
I don't think Uzo was some bad football coach. I think what Georgia lacked the last year was twitch. Last year, they did not have a guy that could win now. They didn't have a Jalen Walker last year. This year, I think they got something in the form of Amaris Williams. Mm-hmm. So I think that win now factor, because that's what for Georgia to have good sack numbers, that's what they're gonna have to have. Nobody is holding the ball against Georgia. Nobody. Okay, so the time to release is very, very quick. That means you got to kind of beat people now, and you got to get home now.
You got to finish at the point.
Yeah, you got to
which
finish
is
at the
also
point.
something they were not very good at last
Chris
year.
Cole wasn't good at it last year. That was the guy who I thought left the most money on the table last year.
For sure.
From a finishing standpoint. But like Gabe and Quintavious aren't guys that are going to win now.
No.
They in my mind, I think the best version of them looks like a lot more athletic version of Jack Sawyer and JT Tuimoloau.
That's fair.
That's how they're going to win. They're going to run through you, not around you.
Mm-hmm. Totally agree.
You know what I mean? They're going to push pockets and push tackles into people, not, you know? Mm-hmm. So there's that. This comes from Jameel Sire. What is something unexpected at Fake Kirby witnessed at the practice session?
Something.
Can I take a guess?
Go ahead, yeah.
You were taken aback by how aggressive in coaching style Todd Hartley is.
I wasn't taken aback by that. I kind of expected.
Okay.
You know what I was taken aback by, and I forgot to add this in the notes. Mike Bobo was running up and down that field.
Huh?
Yeah.
Running.
They're doing
Pace.
They're doing Riverside for wide receiver drills, and he is jogging. Now it's Mike Bobo. He's not young.
I apologize. I'm unfamiliar with his game.
That's what I was taken aback by seeing Mike Bobo. Now he's not sprinting down the field. He's not, but he's like, all right,
I know you're not
Riverside.
allowed to take video at practice, but next time you do that, take a video of it.
Mike Bobo probably.
Remind me to tell you about something after the show.
When I was the 20 minutes I was there, I would say Mike Bobo probably ran 800 yards worth.
It's a lot of yardage.
Yeah.
In 15 minutes.
Yeah.
Huh.
So that's what took me back the most.
All right.
Shout out Mike Bobo.
Pro player comp for Elias Williams. My response was, oh my God, you're going to make me Gronk.
LeBron James.
I don't have a player
Is there
comp.
one?
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. I don't have one.
Not
If
really.
it goes the way it could go, it's Gronk.
Yeah.
Somebody that massive that's really, really good as an end-of-line tight end that also, how in the hell do you cover him type of football player. That's what Elias could be. Because he's not, to me, he's far better as an athlete and a mover and a route, like even like a space mover than Darnell ever
For
was.
sure.
Like the moment Darnell got here, he was already 265.
Yeah.
By the time he was playing, it's like, oh my God. He looked to me more closer to like 2021 Leonard Pope ever would. Like if Leonard Pope grew up today, he would be a 6'7" kid that plays 7-on-7 and moves.
Right.
You know what I mean? He wouldn't be an inline tight end that looks like a big tackle.
Correct.
So I haven't seen anything like Elias.
Yeah, no, it's
I don't know
hard.
what we would compensate. Again, if it works out. By the way, we'll probably have the same conundrum about what do we say Caden Prothro is. Mm-hmm. Like, what do you say Trey Green is?
Right.
Yeah.
What do you comp those players to? We don't really have them. 4th and 2, what is the best UGA offense and defense you can make up Any players all time. Also, what plays are you calling? Give me the goal line package with Jalen Carter at fullback.
Mm-hmm.
And I think they had all kind of NFL offensive linemen on that package.
And they give me Herschel Walker.
Oh,
diving
and
over
didn't
the
Jordan
top.
Davis play extra tackle?
Yes.
Yes. They had a heavy
Yeah.
package with Jordan
Give me
Davis
that.
and Jalen Carter in it.
Give me that with Stetson at quarterback, dual threat action. Oh, no, give me Shock.
Yeah, shout out Shot.
Shout out Shock. And then defense, just give me 2021 UGA defense. No need, no additives. We're good.
It's fine.
Just right there.
Works.
And if you make me want to feel sentimental, maybe put Pollock on it. But, I mean, even at that point, it's like, rich get richer. Who has the best drip since covering the team? I always connote this with, I ain't never taken a bad photo of you, which for that reason, Carson Beck wins.
For me, like in recent memory, I'd probably go with Javon Bullard.
Etienne had that shit on.
He did.
Etienne looked great in a Georgia uniform.
A-Chain now?
Yeah.
A-Chain?
Mm-hmm.
Etienne?
Any pregame photo I ever took of Javon Bullard, though, was clean.
Yeah.
Even without all the pads and stuff on. it was
Andrew
clean.
Thomas looked like a beautiful offensive lineman.
Nate Frazier is a very slept on, like aesthetically pleasing.
I'm good. I think Nate's a great player. I wouldn't say he's aesthetically pleasing. He don't even – isn't he just – he's straight stock, isn't he?
Minimal drip.
Yeah.
But sometimes that's the best when you have it. Like a Marcus Peters style where it's like, oh, he's not wearing anything and he's doing that?
Yeah. I think they're from the same area, aren't they?
Maybe.
Aren't they both Cali kids? Maybe a Cali thing.
Nate is certainly a Cali kid.
I think Marcus is. Will you
I don't
Google that?
remember.
I think Marcus is a Cali guy. Maybe it's a Cali thing.
Maybe.
Huh. Let's see. Michael Williams never took a bad photo.
That's a good one.
Michael Williams. And he's a minimalist. He just rocked the tight sleeves with the ankle or with the wrist tape and some spat on the ankles.
There you go. That goes against your theory right there.
All the linebackers look like stock.
Yeah.
Roquan was stock. N'Kobe stock. CJ stock. Quay Walker just looks beautiful.
Mm-hmm.
The most, I'll die on this, the most amazing a player ever looked in a Georgia jersey. Now, career-wise did not match up to it. MJ Sherman running down the field on special teams. My God, dude.
Didn't he have some ugly number, though?
8.
Eh,
It's not a bad number.
yeah, no.
In fact, I think early in his career, he was in the 30s.
Maybe that, but when he was number 8 running down the field, dude, bro.
Oh, Zayden Walker. Zayden Walker looks great.
He does. It's a good one.
I think a better conversation is, he looks like that and he's that good? And Jamari Sawyer. Saul McKinley.
Bro, like, come on.
What?
The MJ Sherman photos.
Oh,
man.
my God. You're over here gallivanting over MJ Sherman.
He looked great, dude. I'll die on that.
I missed on that one. I thought he was going to be great coming out of the DMV out of high school.
Oh, yeah.
I did
That high
too.
school tape was
I thought he
great.
was going to be great when I was standing in the
me.
student section in 2021 going, who the hell is number 8?
Let's see here. Ooh, I might have skipped down here. If for some reason Pug had to play this season, what is something the offense could be more comfortable doing with him instead of Gunner?
You would be a way more aggressive offense, I bet. That dude doesn't shy away from much.
him, not play calling.
I don't think
standpoint. Not a play calling standpoint.
No.
People are going to run with that and be like, "Why wouldn't we play him if we could be
I'm
more
talking
aggressive?"
about Puglisi is
Him,
not
just
gun
pulling
shy.
triggers.
Yeah.
I don't think schematically there's really an advantage that Puglisi provides you right now, other than maybe you can draw up more explosive concepts. But then Gunnar Stockton had plenty of explosive concepts. Like,
Yeah.
I don't think that there's
Yeah.
one clear advantage where it's
Offensively,
like
it
Ryan
wouldn't
Puglisi or
look
better.
that much different. It would just be a different type of quarterback playing.
Different trigger man
Yeah.
who's a lot more trigger happy
Oh, yeah.
based off what we've seen. It may have been tampered. We don't know. Or tempered down.
Tempered.
Tempered.
There you go.
But why is it called a tamp?
I don't know. Well, I think – I don't know. I'm not going
Why
to
do you
dive into
tamp
that.
dirt but temper expectations?
I think it's two different type of. I think temper is more like
English language is stupid.
Yeah.
What's Kirby's theme / tagline this year? Apparently 80s music.
He's talking about Kirby Smart.
Oh, my bad. Oh, he's asked this a couple times. I don't know.
I think they're still hitting on fire, passion, energy.
Based off blue helmets.
Yeah, they're still doing the blue helmets.
The Guardian caps are back.
We should ask Kirby if he's going. He should put every time you earn a blue helmet, you should get a dog bone.
Oh, dude, bring back the dog.
Bring back the dog bones.
Bring back the dog bones, please.
When did they get rid of them?
When Kirby Smart got here.
Literally his first year.
He said we're not doing individual.
No fun with that guy, man. I mean, I'd take dog bones for 2 titles.
Boy.
Wrong.
You've hit us with a Carson Beck, the most aesthetically pleasing Georgia Bulldog. And now
Wrong.
Say, if you do dog
Which freshman's name is ringing out thus far? Zakai
Helton.
Zakai Helton. Definitely.
For sure.
Ooh, top 5
Ensign Valdez
scouting
Sunday.
theories. Could base them off priorities, physical or character traits. Y'all know my Nigerian scouting theories. I think for some reason Nigerian athletes, they just put muscle mass on at an extremely high rate. Now, this doesn't matter as much going college to pro, but going high school to college, if you have a Nigerian athlete, just assume he's going to put 30 pounds on a muscle. It just happens. Like with the Joseph Jonah Ajonye thing coming out of high school, people were projecting him as an edge rusher, and there's like, no way, guys. He's 275 pounds right now, and if you talk to him, he's put 45 of that on the last year. He's going to be 305 by the time he's done playing college football. He's already 290 pounds right now, and he's carrying it really, really well. He's got skinny ankles, which goes me to my next one. I'm a big skinny ankles, calf development, muscle. What does it look like? Skinny ankles is important for athleticism. Just general muscle mass and definition in the calf will indicate this, the type of athlete. Lateral mobility. Can they move side to side? Can they move well? How high up the calf belly is on the leg will indicate his explosiveness or her explosiveness. If you look at a player or an athlete like LeBron James, his calf muscle is damn near underneath his kneecap.
Yep.
All right. If you look at a player like Julius Peppers, same thing. Those guys are the way where the muscle is matters relative to explosivity, and just general size of ankles impacts what you got going on. Now, I don't want to see like super tiny ankles on a massive frame, because then I'm really, really worried about whether or not you're going to like have ankle issues, whether or not your ligaments will hold up to all the mass on top of them. That's 3. I'd have to think about 4 and 5. I don't have any ones. Got to see him throw in person. Quarterback scouting theory. I think the tape lies about quarterbacks all the time. Shout out Jake Merklinger. That's 4. I don't have a 5th right now, I think. Let's see here. Will we see 13 personnel this year? Yes, you see it every year from Georgia.
Last year.
Yeah, every year. It's in the bag. Who is the most raw but physically gifted dude on the roster based on God-given metrics? And then who is perhaps not the most physically gifted but most skilled player on the roster? Drew Bobo is the last one of those. Even though Drew's going to like 5'10", 5 pretty well. He's gonna move okay, even though he doesn't look like that on tape. He's going to test okay. I'm talking about like a 5'05", 40 with like a 5'2", 5, 5'10", 5. And he'll be okay. But he outplays all of that. And then physically gifted, my mind immediately went to Darren Ickenogben, because it doesn't look much better than that guy. Andre Evans fits. If you saw Andre Evans, you'd
By the way,
like,
he's at NC State now.
Is he?
Yeah, he's at NC State.
He's going to play for them. But anyways, players like that, if you just saw some of these guys, you'd be like, what in the world?
Oh, yeah. Go to practice and you're like, whoa.
Chase Linton fits that too.
For
Chase
sure.
Linton is a very uniquely talented football player. Why have so many people seemingly forgotten about London Humphreys? I think that's just one of those, we know what you are, so no one's talking about you. What could you personally have put at the over-unders for each SEC team? It's too long right now. We're already over the minutes. Sorry, JT. Marcus, 1, how sustainable is Georgia's dominance in recruiting compared to programs like Alabama and Ohio State? As long as Kirby's here, they'll be a top 5 recruiting machine. Number 2, dream out-of-conference matchup for the Dogs. Ohio State.
Ohio State would be.
Oregon would. Well, you already did it, but Oregon at Autzen would be fun.
Yeah. We actually talked about this, I think, during our Q&A when Brooks wasn't here.
Give me Florida State.
You want to go to the Brick Mansion?
I would love to see Georgia play there. And by the way, if we're playing out-of-state games on a 9-game conference schedule, give me a game that's not going to be hard and strainful.
Last one for the night. How long until the only presser given to us is Kirby postgame? I think he's contractually obligated.
Yeah, I was about to say, I think he's obligated to give
I think
more
he does
than
the
that.
bare minimum right now.
Yeah, I don't think there's ever been an instance where Kirby Smart's like,
Yeah, let's give him one. I know one. He doesn't have to talk to us at Pro Day. He does that specifically to love up on those kids.
Yeah.
And that's honestly the most carefree and open. At least I don't know how he was this year. When we interview him there, he's the most carefree.
I mean, it is a lot of, those are great guys. I love them. I mean, but he also knows, like, he's only going to get questions about the players that are exiting.
Somebody said, what's wrong with Gunner on a count of 3? 1, 2, 3. He's got a knee. Y'all good?
Good.
Love you guys. Hope you enjoyed it. Hit that thumbs up.